Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave, and we are back with our Rise of the Goblin Lords, our goblins only role-playing adventure with lots of goblins, lots of hopefully not sacrificing everybody in the entire town ever, cooking them and having them smell like bacon, flirting with nobles for extra shinies, and drug use, because steroids are bad. So, if you haven't joined the show, that's pretty much every character included, except for one character who's not here today. So, we are missing Ari today. Has a little bit of a stomach bug, but hopefully we'll be here next week. So, and apparently it's much warmer in Queensland. Thank you, Roger, for making me very jealous because I'm in Sydney. It's much colder here. So, although, how's the weather in New Zealand, Kiwi?
Oh man, it's raining. So it's still beautiful and green, but it's about 4 degrees. I think that's what it feels like.
Okay. Can everyone just do your introductions? I've got a quick phone call to call back. It could be my little goblin escaping at vacation care. So you can do your introductions. I'll be right back.
Take over! Take over! Take over!
Let's burn it all down.
Demogorgon comes out of town and destroys it, just coming out of the ocean.
All these sacrifices.
Oh yeah. This is the
Okay,
part where
time to sacrifice everyone in the town.
Yep.
All right.
How many
so let's do
NPCs do
our
we have?
introductions. So Kiwi, why don't you start?
Okay, I am Kiwi. I am playing Jank, a goblin-like druid who worships a giant raccoon, and he has a buddy called Bitey, who is a giant raccoon.
Yes. And Ursame, who are you playing?
I'm Ursame, and I'm playing Screech, the Goblin Bard, who just is not up to anything, bad. Just wants a few items is all. It's nothing bad.
Just the shinies.
Yeah, just the shinies.
And Nick, tell us about your insane character.
Yeah. Unlike sweet old Screech, who just wants shinies, Jabbersnatch absolutely wants the lives of every single living being in this village to turn them over to their ultimate god, Babagugan, renamed version of Demogorgon. Jabbersnatch is a monkey goblin cleric of Babagugan. Pronouns they am.
Your character reminds me of like a spider monkey. No way. They're always like all over the walls and the ceiling and everything.
And the rafters.
And I am Treat Monk, and I am playing Red, the Hobgoblin, and your show, Harsh.
Yeah. Sorry about that. My little goblin's at daycare at the or vacation care at the moment, and they're having an outing. And he's an escape artist, so I thought that may be him escaping, but it wasn't. It was someone else. So I just went, yeah, don't worry. Thank you for that. Thank you for doing the introductions. Couple of bookkeeping stuff. We're using Syrinscape for our audio. Absolutely loving Syrinscape. They do both fantasy and horror, sci-fi, everything that you use for your role-playing stuff. They've got it, and they've even got custom sound sets for specific campaigns. We're using one of those custom sound sets. We're using actually one of the biggest sound sets that they do. We're using the Rise of the Rune Lords sound set, which is what this campaign's based on. It is absolutely massive, and they've got pretty much everything. So every encounter, every bits and pieces, like it's all there. So if you're doing even other campaigns such as like D&D campaigns like the Dragon Heist campaign, they've got sound sets for there, and for Dragon Heist, they've even voice acted a lot of the box text for you. So go check the stuff out. It is amazing. It's really, really good. And it's not just for online play, it's also for offline play. So it's just really, really good. You can help the show by donating to the show. Your donations not just help us out financially, but you can also help out the players by donating. To donate to the players, all you have to do is donate $1 or 100 bits, and they get a D4. And if you also need to probably do a hashtag of who that player is, or the character name, etc., so we know who the D4 goes to. After D4, if there's another donation, it goes to D6, D8, D10, D12. After D12, no matter who you're donating it to, it comes to me. I will use it to try to kill players. So, characters. There's a difference. They're not all sitting in electric chairs. No, I haven't set that up yet. That's down the track. We will put that in. Permadeath will be a thing in future campaigns. Wait, no, that's so wrong. So wrong. Man, it's expensive enough to replace character art. It's going to be even worse to replace cast members. So how it works is every time you donate, put the hashtag who it is and it increases in value, but there's only one active in play. So currently, Jabbersnatch has the D4, and if you donate again, it'll go to D6, but it'll go to somebody else, and Jabbersnatch will lose his G4. So that can be used for attack rolls, for saving throws, and for saving throws. So skill checks and saving throws. It cannot be used for damage or things like that, because that's kind of dodgy-ish. Well, it can be, especially when it gets up to D12, because that can get really, really bad. Just as a reminder, that can be used to get a natural 20. So if the two numbers, if the natural roll that you roll plus the new extra dice rolls gets to the critical range, because in Pathfinder you have a range, there's not just 20. It can be, sometimes you can get it as low as 14 as your critical range. Then you can have that as a critical for that, or you can even use it for confirming a critical, because that's also an important thing in Pathfinder. So we're usually using the D&D 5th edition rules. For most of the campaigns we run in the channel, we're using Pathfinder today. We don't have our Brains Trust, so we're going to be really fumbling through the game. I've just realised that, oh wait, Ari isn't just one of the cast members playing a character. He's the cast member who has the most knowledge in Pathfinder and has been our Brains Trust. So we're going to be fumbling. We're going to try to just have the show going on, even if we make a little bit of mistakes here and there, because the show's more important. And yeah, that's kind of going to be a thing. As I said, just realised that. Damn, that's going to be fun. So I think we should get into the game. We'll put the Goblin music right down to the background, and I believe we're opening in the morning of your first night. I think, yeah, we're opening the first night in the morning. Sorry, opening in the morning in the the Rusty Dragon Inn, where you've found the little trinkets and whatnots that have been left in the door. One of those trinkets was a bracelet made of fish hooks. And yes, and I can't remember the other trinkets. Sorry, I just can't.
The eyeball.
A crown.
No, there was no crown, Esme.
Yes, there was.
I'm not falling for that. There was no crown. I will say, this is a big campaign. This is like level 15, level 16, even higher campaign. There will be crowns at some point.
Yes.
And that's scary. Scary, scary, scary.
That laugh.
Remember, Screech is innocent.
Totally
She is.
not. And what were you going to do to that noble to get more money? You marry the
Nothing.
noble, kill him, get his money, and then marry another one. Was that something like that?
Screech is just a simple halfling.
Right. Oh, boy. So breakfast is being served by the lady of the house, by the lady that was singing the night before, and she's asking you how you slept and how are your beds, and did Chubba actually sneak in the rafters above the tavern?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Jabba says the rafters were breezy, but they're speaking Goblin, so.
Remember, she does seem to understand Goblin, though. So, if you are going to speak Goblin, she does seem to actually understand when you're talking in Goblin. I'm just going to try to find my...
Does she ever respond back, or am I just talking at her?
If-
It's a conversation, and I'm just the only one talking.
Well, there's other people there, I'm assuming. She's asking everybody, how did you sleep? Was the accommodation appropriate?
Yeah. Yeah, it needs more sand. Get some sand in there.
And
He's more shiny.
why would you need more sand? Having a nice bed, it's nice and soft. Wouldn't that be better than sand?
Ugh, feels like I was drowning in there. I'd sleep on Bitey. It's much more comfortable.
Amico says, well, at least we can have a good breakfast. And what would you like for breakfast?
Everything.
You had some good stuff last night. Where did that get thrown out?
Yes.
It would have been collected last night after, and probably thrown to the beach.
Well, we're not there anymore. What are we supposed to eat?
Well,
You eat stuff that's underripe.
we have new food in the morning.
Yeah, it's gross. It hasn't even ripened yet. It needs a couple hours in the sun.
Not nearly pungent enough.
So would
It doesn't smell right.
you want me to delay Gorvy's collection of rubbish every night so you can have it for breakfast? Is that what you'd like?
That sounds good.
Well, I'll speak to Gorvy and see if he can have pickup later in the morning. But I don't know if all the customers would enjoy it. But at least most wouldn't say much because it is, well, you are the heroes of the town, surely.
Honored heroes.
And at that point, there's a flash of light and smoke in the doorway to the tavern. And when the smoke clears, a young man dashing with a harp cape and a big hat, and a massive feather, way over the top, way too big for the hat. Little vest and waistcoat and everything. Very, very flashy. Says, "Ah, yes, the heroes of Sandpoint. Ah, they stand before me. But why do you stand in such abysmal location? Like, you shouldn't be staying here. You should be on the stage. You should be in front of everybody in Sandpoint, telling your story, telling your good deeds." And Amika just shakes her head.
This sounds like a waste of time.
That's a
Is he
nice
speaking
hat
Goblin?
you got.
He's speaking in common. He's speaking.
Because the two of them don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
Just eating. Like, what is he doing? He says,
He flourishes and he flourishes his cape and walks towards you and it's like, these young little goblins, these goblins saved the entire festival, and yet we need to have everybody understanding who they are, what they came from, their triumphs, their tribulations, their struggles in life.
This sounds like Longshank nonsense.
But here at the Sandpoint Theatre, we have the best actors from the city, and we have the best writers, and of course the best director, myself.
No. The only good entertainment involves bloodshed.
Well, of course we'll have the bloodshed. You can't have battle without bloodshed.
Then I'll be involved in your battle.
We have the best trick swords. We have armor. We've got an entire armory.
I have my own spear.
Prop spears we use. Prop.
I don't know what this prop is, but my spear doesn't need propped.
And
If it's some sort of weird metal.
You bring the victims, I will skewer them. The crowd will cheer. Everyone will be entertained.
Emiko turns to the other gentleman and says, Kydrick, I think you've got the wrong audience here. Why don't you go back to the city and play around with the damsies? I don't think these ones are for you. And she gets ignored. But no. We need to get you all on stage. We need to show off who you are. We need to tell the citizens that not all goblins are bad. That some goblins like yourself can be heroes, can be glorious victors, but maybe with less actual bloodshed on stage.
That sounds, again, like nonsense. We do not tell anyone who we are without there being bloodshed.
But we have prop swords for that, and prop spears and daggers.
Our weapons are sharp. We do not need them propped.
And
I don't know what this propping is, but it sounds like more nonsense, more foolishness.
You see Emiko just quietly, very, very quietly. There's only essentially you guys plus Emiko and this Kydrak. Kydrak in this tavern. And you just see Emiko just nonchalantly moving behind Kydrak without being seen, as if she's had some skill at such things before. And she pulls a dagger from his waist expertly, and then takes it to his neck and runs it across his neck. And you see a red line across his neck.
Yeah, this is where everyone goes like,
And she throws down the daggers like, prop daggers, prop weapons, and not for these little ones. And Kydrak is like, but we can't have actual death on the play. We can't have, it's got to be props. It can't be real. The law won't allow it. Not even the big city.
How does he still speak? What?
Yeah,
What trickery is this?
you
Human
didn't
magic.
do it right.
Dank
She
will
says it's
try and lick the
fake.
blood.
Dank runs up and tries to lick the blood off the knife or off his neck.
Off his neck. I'll
What
climb
is
this.
the point of this?
I'll climb this human.
I am
He'll be
cheated.
my riding human.
It looks like it looks like it's a waxy substance, and it doesn't taste very nice. But
Ugh.
it's
This
certainly
horrible
not
human.
blood.
filled with disappointments.
This human tastes wrong.
I also
You should
did
go
this
slit
magic
your
line,
own
so didn't
throat
see any of that.
and make right your lie.
Kydrick, I think it's time for you to leave. I don't think these will be the stars of your later show. Perhaps you could go speak to your boyfriend about that. I don't think these are going to be your people, your newest find. Maybe you can go
We
back
don't
to the
need to
city
convince-
and find some new recruits to pay off.
You don't need to convince anyone that we are heroes. We have sashes.
Granted, that hat would be nice.
Young one, this hat was given to me by one of the greatest directors in all of all this realm, and it is not for not for your small head.
You did not even earn it by killing
But
its
I'm a
owner?
hero.
I earned it by being an amazing actor, by rising through the ranks of the acting guild and starring on the stage.
So you're pointless.
I'm not pointless, I'm an actor.
Yes.
You hear Miko giggle at that one.
Can you even sing? I bet he can't even sing like a bard.
And Miko says, he can't sing. He turns and she... It's like, well, I think I'll be off, but if you reconsider, I'm sure Miko can direct you to where the theatre is, although she'll never star in it. And he just, again, a puff of smoke, a large bang and a puff of smoke, and then you see the doors move as he walks out.
What a weak individual.
And he forgot
We
his
should
dagger as
kill
well.
them.
It was useless. It didn't even kill him.
Did he die? I don't smell any blood.
Yes,
Pointless.
this human's wrong. He's a bad human.
He said, and in Goblin, he said stupid things and did stupid things.
He tastes stupid.
He is not worth even telling you everything stupid he said.
Well, maybe we should sacrifice him if he's so stupid.
If we're looking for a sacrifice, he would be near the top of my list. He owes us one debt.
Okay, put on to-do list.
And Miko adds in common, may not want to sacrifice. He has a relationship which with one of the prominent members of this city.
As long as this city stands, it will have laws. Those laws will include the prohibition of murder. We will follow these laws.
We will not murder anyone.
But if he goes to lawless lands, he takes his life in his own hands.
Ooh, rhyming.
He's a better actor than the other guy.
And Miko goes, and then she just she doesn't add to that. She just doesn't add to that. Just no. Let's go use some Let's go use some breakfast. I'm sorry, we've only got fresh food, but we'll arrange less fresh food for tomorrow for you.
We'll choke it down.
You not have a trash can?
It gets collected every night.
Oh,
There must be stuff people left on their plates this morning. The good stuff, the bones.
She
bones.
looks up at the rafters and looks at Jabbersnatch. It seems it was thrown at Jabbersnatch last night while he was sleeping.
they always get the good stuff.
Well, obviously,
Well.
I am the patron speaker of Babagugan, of course.
Clearly, it was intended to satisfy the needs of Babagugan. These humans have learned respect already. I'm impressed.
And somehow we're going to have to find someone to clean those rafters as well.
Sadie, please.
I thought that was you, Nick. Just in character, I just thought that was you growling with Jabbersnatch. Sorry.
Do I need to keep Sadie around as a prop?
No, but
Our voice actor.
So what are you doing for the day in the city?
I believe we
in the
had
town?
a invitation to do some hunting.
That you do.
We would like to take up that invitation.
Okay. Well, you'll need to find. Oh, you'll need to find the Lord, who you know is staying there. I'll have to track him down again. Local heroes.
Where are our riding humans? Are they here?
Not again.
These humans will not be ridden. They do not like it.
A bunch of them were having fun in the tavern when I was climbing all over them. I didn't care.
Yes.
They throw me around and everything.
Yes.
Yes. Aldorn Foxglove comes down for breakfast a little bit later, just as you're finishing up. And he was the human that was offering to take you hunting before he leaves back to the city.
He wants to smoochy with Screech.
We would like to kill those boars today.
Well, we're only looking for one boar, but I think we're going to need to get some. You want a cart, but no horse. You want bullocks. That's correct. And we may need some boar spears as well.
Yes, long spears.
Yes.
They're not propped.
No, we certainly need some real spears. So I think we need to do some shopping. If you say if you leave about midday, I can try to arrange some things. Is that acceptable?
That is acceptable.
Okay.
Very acceptable.
And should things go well, we should be arriving back for a nice little feast tonight. Hopefully with a big boar in hand.
Or a snack on the way back.
No, we need to cook the food.
Why?
So we can cook the food at the tavern and present everyone at the tavern with our amazing feast.
So we kill the boar and then we give it away?
Yes, but we look good by giving it away.
This sounds like
Fatten up the sacrifices. This is what it is.
Oh, they give us shinies when we give them the boar.
Well, we
Yes,
will eat
that's true.
until we are gorged. And then whatever is left, you may cook for the others when you arrive back in town.
Okay.
We don't want our meat cooked.
Well, maybe we try to take down 2 boars and see if that can help.
Yes, killing more boars. That sounds good. We're owed a death today.
Just like, oh god, where am I going with this? So he grabs a quick breakfast and heads out. At around midday, he returns with how many? There's going to be 4 of you. He returns with 5 boar spears. So a boar spear, if you don't know, is essentially a spear, but it's got a crossbar just below the spearhead. This is to stop the boar, once it's stabbed, to push itself past the spearhead and still bite you and kill you. Because boars don't like being stabbed. And they don't go down very quickly. He also has arranged, somehow, a cart with some bulls, or with a bull to actually pull the cart. And he does have his horse, and his horse just, as you see the horse just turns to you and sneers, knowing that you're going to be stomped soon.
Ooh.
And it just has that angry look of, I know.
Are you
what
sure
are.
that horse is properly attached to its reins?
It's like, of course it is. It's a well-trained riding horse. It's a
You
hunting
should
horse.
double check to make sure it can't get free.
Oh no, it is perfectly safe. We've strapped it up. It is perfectly safe.
Lucky for that horse that it is restrained.
And hopefully I don't fall off at this time and hurt myself. And just where the bandages still are on his head. And he seems to be quite overdressed for what would be a hunt. Like quite substantially overdressed for a hunt.
The blood will ruin those clothes. That seems impractical.
Do I smell perfume? Because I can't see anything.
Yes, you can smell perfumes.
Why is he smelly? It's gonna give away to the boar. He needs to have no scent. And I'm like going through like the horse's like poop, and I'm gonna rub it on him, like climbing up on him. Because I also can't see a horse. They all just look like trees to me, or feel like trees to me.
Watch out!
You can
There's
smell
a
the
horse.
horse.
It'll eat you.
Also, I will point out, horses are not native to islands, so I don't know if I'd be afraid of horses. I know I'm afraid of tigers and giant apes. Because there are gorillas that would eat me.
As you go
There are
towards...
tigers, there are... Some of these horses and dogs are completely foreign to me.
As you go towards the horse, you hear this neighing and this stomping and this aggressiveness of an animal nearby.
Oh. No.
I just start throwing poop. Trying to hit him since the horse won't let me climb it.
Roll a 50-50. No, it's not a 50-50. I will say a 20-80, so a D10. 20 is the noble, 80 is the horse, because it's much larger.
Rolling a D10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you throw poop at the horse itself, and the horse just like you. Everyone else just sees this happening. He's throwing poop at the horse, and just enrages the horse. And the noble is just trying to settle it and trying to get it under control. And he's just pissing it off, and it's enraged. And
I'll try to grab a snatch. No.
He's gonna give us away to the boar. It's gonna ruin the hunt entirely.
It's a sound goblin logic. I agree.
It is sound goblin logic, but when you have, it's
Do not taunt the monster.
I don't know why you're so afraid of it. It's basically just a loud tree.
I'm not afraid of it. I have no fear of horses.
Is everything just a variation of a tree?
They all feel like trees. If it's tall and I can climb it, it's a tree. They're just moving. Because in the island jungle, there are absolutely animated tree ants. Those things are the scariest things. They'll fling me. Because you can't tell if they're like, your home, or if it's a sentient tree ant that wants to kill you.
And being blind doesn't help.
Nope. They all smell the same. It's a tree.
I'll grab a snatch like on my arm, and then they can crawl all over me as I'm marching. And I don't go on the cart. The cart is for wimps. True soldiers march. I've marched for 6 months straight without a break. We slept 2 hours a night. That was it.
Screech is just
And
like kicked back.
I was grateful.
And you had
In the
fun.
snow, backwards.
Through the snow. Fighting every day. Horses of the most vile nature.
A true goblin hero, the horse slayer. Cash, does the horse have any barding on it?
No, it does not.
Okay. Maybe I'll go for the saddle.
It hurts. I know that, but
Was clearly not planning for battle with us.
So I was just trying to find a generic nobleman's character sheet, but there's not really generic noblemans in Pathfinder or Bestiary. I've just decided to find someone that's like, okay, this is kind of maybe. It's yeah, kind of weird because change the hit points as well because that's totally not going to be right. There he is. But he's wearing armor. So he's wearing some armor. He's on his horse, and you can each have a spear for your character for the hunt, and he himself has a spear
For the hunt.
for the hunt.
Just for the hunt.
Well, are you going to try to keep that afterwards?
It was a gift.
Yeah.
Why do I? Yeah. This is going to keep going, isn't it? I know this.
Jank will just look at the spear and he'll just drop it. What is this? I don't want this. I have Bitey here. Bitey does my hunting. Good Bitey. It will scratch him behind the ear.
Trying to get the spear to drop and drag, but it's not coming in. So it's D8. There. And critical range is ×3.
Oh, okay.
So if it's X3 for critical range, it means essentially does 3 times. So it's 20 only for the critical, but it times it by 3 if he does a critical.
Okay. So the critical multiplier 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a big ouch if it does happen.
Got it. All right, I got it set up.
Yeah.
It was D8 damage, you said?
D8 damage, that's right. Oh wait, D4 because you're small.
I'm
wait,
not
you're
small.
not, but they are.
It should be a D6 down from a D8. It's one die type. Yeah.
Yes. That is if you're keeping it, or if you're using it. Apparently, not everybody's using it.
Oh, I get the spear and I put it in the cart.
Okay. So
it was likely too heavy for me to carry.
Yeah.
It is. It's kind of for everyone else. It's like a long spear, but for Red, it's actually more just a spear.
If you look at the picture of Red, you'll see it is not a big change.
No.
The side points are less curvy. That's about it.
Pretty much, it's more of a flat bar, but yeah, yep.
Yeah.
So you exit out of the town through the north gate. Who's actually driving the cart?
Jab snatch.
Right.
Absolutely. They're on top of this ox. Like, let's go. Putting in a direction in front of them.
Oh, I feared that. I really did. So can I get Jabbersnatch to do an animal handling, please?
Yes.
I really feared this. But you have to expect it, yeah.
The blind leading.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
The blind person is not just driving the cart, but actually riding the animal.
I have a -4.
That is a natural 20.
Holy crap.
I have a -4.
So
I'm best friends with this ox now.
I just can't even describe Jabbersnatch riding the ox, pulling the cart, and just directing by what the ears.
I imagine I'm sitting on it backwards because I don't know where the front end is. And the ox is literally just following the horse that's in front of him.
Nice.
But I imagine that I'm like steering it and everything, and I just have it by its tail. Okay. Oh boy, this is just crazy.
That's what I expected. So as you head out of town, you go past the local hills, which are near the town. Now, you know the hills is where they do a little bit of mining for some rare ingredients for the glassworks. But past the hills is where the forest is where the tickwood is, tickwood forest. Now, tickwood is one of the few locations in the area which you know is actually free of goblins, mostly due to the giant ticks in the area and the boars, which also essentially kill goblins. Now, when we say giant ticks, we're saying not like little ticks, but bigger than a dog. And ticks which jump normally are, they're big, they're bad, and they're nasty. So it's kind of where people just don't want to be. And so goblins have never really inhabited the tickwood forest. Also, being so close to Sandpoint, they don't want to be too close to the enemy. So you exit off your cart and leave it at the side of the road. And are you going to persuade Aldon to leave his horse, or are you going to allow him to keep it with him?
Does he dismount?
He does not dismount.
Okay.
He starts heading into the forest on horseback.
I keep a close eye on this horse. Make sure it doesn't make any aggressive maneuvers. I'm waiting for it to turn on us.
Okay.
Prepared for the ambush.
I would like to say that when we get into the trees, I smell trees and I'm excited and go up and climb them. So now I am traversing with you guys by climbing.
Buddy will join you.
I'm predicting there's like vines or something and Jeff snatches.
Yeah.
Less jungle with vines, but more natural forest than anything else.
I'm going branch by branch.
And jumping between
there's
everything.
Been going on.
I absolutely smack into some tree trunks because I can't see anything.
But you feel home. And you do the whole jump out to try to catch the next vine, and there's no vines. Okay.
There's just a tree branch that catches me.
Oops, wrong button. There we go. So we're in the forest where it opens up, and I'll let you do a hunting. So how are you going to do the hunt? Who's leading the hunt? Leading the search?
Who is leading the
I'll
search?
start
I'm
sniffing.
guessing that Jenk might be our best bet.
I have much knowledge of nature and geography.
Scout, forward!
And I'll march. Me and Buddy will march together.
And I will follow.
I'll look for tracks. I'll taste the dirt or dung, see what it is.
Okay, can I get a tracking roll if you have? So survival, I believe it is.
Yeah.
I think they got rid of tracking in this edition. Wow, that's a roll of a 4, but there's a lot of pluses in there. A lot of pluses, thankfully. So there are ball tracks in the area. And in your case, there's 2 sets of ball tracks. One that leads in this direction, and another leads in that direction. Which
Okay.
one?
There are 2 of these monsters.
Take us to the boar.
Is there a bigger set of tracks?
They are about the same.
Okay. Well, Jank, will take the path of least resistance. He'll go straight.
Much effort to turn.
So as in we're going south or we're going
Sorry, down south. Yes.
south? Okay.
He'll just be staying away from the horse.
The horse wants to try to walk near you.
If he tries,
And
I'll-
Aldon, still oblivious to the fact that there's this issue between the horse and you, although concerned that that Jabbersnatch threw poo at the horse. But he's edging it away a little bit.
yeah, if it gets too close, I'll do something.
Whenever it gets a little bit close, yeah, you see Red like jump back and go, "That is a defensive maneuver."
I'll burn the saddle.
Zoom in a little bit. There you go.
By the way, I'm rolling anytime I move, so I went backwards where you guys were walking the other way, and now I'm going in towards the trees.
Once in a while, I'm used to grab a snatch. So I'll grab a snatch, put them back on the path. This way, turn. Their shoulders in the right direction.
Come on, Jabba.
Forward from there.
You've also slept, so you should be on more than 5 health.
Yeah, I had one spell left as well, so I would have used it on her to heal her.
Yeah. So if you would like to do your spell on Jabbersnatch the night before to heal.
Yes.
I just realised that for some reason you're not healthy.
Oh, crap. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I forgot it doesn't actually roll it. Four.
4's enough to go to max health. There we go, max health. So you're heading south.
Yes.
Are you doing so you're following the footprints, you're following the tracks.
Yes.
How are we moving? I mean, the horse is loud, it's sniffing the air, if
Double file. In rank. Screech. To my other side. Screech. Other side.
But
Now recruit.
but
Jabba snatch. And I'm constantly just hurting cats.
Probably
Stop
at this
wandering
point,
off!
Jabba Snatch just
This
climbs
way!
on top of Red's shoulders and just sits on top of him. It's like patting the top of his head.
I'm probably shouting orders enough to give Boars warning as
Yeah.
we're
This is
approaching.
not fair. Jabba has a riding goblin. I want to ride a human. Unfair.
Alden says, well, you can come up here and you get a better view.
I'm not going by your demon.
No, that's not her name. Her name is not Demon. It's not even Succubus.
Demon.
Does he speak common or goblin?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You're just like babbling at each other.
Yeah, he's jibber-jabbering away.
I'll be translating. He will not go on your demon.
I think it'd be a good idea if you got off the horse now. We're going to a bit of a smaller area.
But
Just leave it.
But then I can't lance properly without. I need the horse to be able to lance the boar. That's how it works.
Don't worry, we'll kill this boar for you.
Great.
Why do you need to be up so high? You're already up high.
Have you ever fought a boar?
No, how hard could it be?
You'll find out soon.
Jabba snatch. Keep up.
Just like in the trees.
Screech. If you give that human a kissy, he might get off his horse. Demon.
There will be no kissing of humans.
But
Give
He
you
will
a
get his
shiny.
hopes up. And he
Many
will, he's
shinies.
just
Maybe
starting
he'll
to
give me a
fall out of
shiny.
love with Screech.
Much shinies he will give you.
Oh, we got initiatives.
Jabba! Ah!
As the boar rushes from its hiding spot.
Oh.
No.
From all
I
the
hope that was
noise,
initiative.
from all the noise and all the hubbub of what's been going on. That's why I don't have macros. I have to do this manually. No.
Initiative.
Oh, okay. And Alden.
Did I roll? No.
I'm just using a generic token for. It's not the person's real name. Okay. Screech. You hear a rustling right before, like you hear a snort and a rustling just before the boar starts its charge.
Oh boy. Darn it! I am the. I'm not the one who's supposed to go first. I'm not the hard hitter.
You can start your song early.
Yeah. Let's see. Where is that? Where is that? Oh, here it is.
You are the one that everyone wants to go first because your song going first means they then get damage. If you're last,
Yeah, that's
they don't
true.
get damage for an entire turn.
Yeah, that's true. So I'll just do that. And
So your Inspire Courage gives everyone a +1 to their bonus on saving throws against Charm, Fear, and +1 competence on their attacks.
Nice.
goblins race, goblins jump, goblins flash, goblins bump. Burn the skin and mash the head. Goblins here, you be dead.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You don't need to do that every time, but thank you.
I think if you want to do it every time, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Or I'll just like hotkey the music tab for that if that's what you want. Because I do have that.
Good idea.
That's not nearly as good.
It's not. Oops. Let's get that. We'll do it from there. There. So you do your inspirational song, your bardic performance, and we're gonna have a one or two. Do you want high or low, Jank? The Kiwi?
I roll low, so
You know
go
who the
low.
other person is because it's
Yeah.
Mr. Barty. Okay, so it's Mr. Barty's is the target. Charge attack, and from memory, boars do extra stuff when charging. So we'll do a handout so you can see what we're up against. There we go. It's big. This is bigger than a dog, bigger than even a large dog. It's furry, it's ferocious, and it looks really pissed off.
A
Bloodshot
horned demon.
eyes. It's angry. Very, very angry. Where are we? So it charges in. Go attack. And misses!
Yay.
There's a 19, but it catches a 3. So it misses.
Yay.
Charges in,
Bitey.
tries to gore Mr. Bitey.
Yeah.
Red.
Probably.
Yeah, so I am thinking that Red might just drink a potion.
Oh boy.
Back. Oh, what is on the steroids?
Yep. Gonna do the enlarged person. I don't know why it's
wow.
rolling. Anyway, so I am now large size.
Nice.
There we go. Showing off the character art.
And I will move in. Actually, I'll just wait there for now. I'm just drinking and growing.
Yep. Aldern moves in, but can't actually move in all the way, I don't think. 40 foot, I think, is the movement for the horse. Well, it could be 1, could be 50. I'll just do a quick check. I think I'm actually maybe 60. Beast Street horse. Movement. 50 foot. It can move in. Cool. So he moves into there to try to spear the horse.
Yes, spear the horse.
Again, not the person's name. It's just a person I just found. With the funky looking character, that's all.
Oh,
Well, it actually hits.
Nice hit.
Doesn't confirm, though. Doesn't confirm, so it's only a normal attack for 5 points of damage. So again, we're using Pathfinder rules. You need to essentially hit again when you do a critical to confirm the actual kill, or confirm the critical. And so that's Aldern's go. Jabber Snatch.
First roll is which direction does Jabbersnatch move?
As always.
Moves 30 feet, because now I'm in the trees. I have 30 feet of movement. 30 feet through the trees.
In the wrong
Which
direction.
gets me to the end of the tree before I'm about to fall off of it. So I'm shouting, "Where is it? Where is it?" And I have my whip out and I'm just flinging it around.
And you're catching branches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In one of these combats, you're actually going to do something. I just fear what you're going to do.
one day.
One day. At 15th level. Annihilation.
Here comes Cthulhu.
Speaking of which, if you subscribe to the channel at tier 3, you get this amazing Cthulhu emote. Okay. Jank at speed 6. Yourself and Dogbite.
Okay, so yeah, Bitey is going to do his signature bite. Whoa. Ooh. And do his signature miss, and then he'll try and scratch. 14?
No, they're tougher than 13.
Okay. That'd be a 14, but I'm guessing that misses.
14 does hit.
Oh, okay.
14
3.
with the bardic inspiration. This is
Damage
doing something,
credit,
Screech.
Yeah. Again. And I'll go again. 2 damage more. So the claws are going ham.
There we go. So that's Ursame. Screech is doing something. Helping people attack.
Yeah. And Jank will move back a little bit. I think that's what he can do. His 5-foot step, if I'm reading right.
Okay, so it is +1 on attack and weapon damage. So that's an extra 2 points of damage. Just making sure, confirming. We don't have our brains trust here. Lots of damage. That's a good start. Screech.
Well, obviously maintain that song.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have much I can do from a distance. And I don't know if I really want to get that close. I'll just get a little bit closer. Just hush, hush, hush.
Hush, puppy, hush.
Just kind of. I'll stay there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So nothing at all?
I don't know if I could get close enough to do anything anyways. So, yeah. I think I would just get close enough to not be able to hit it, but it'd be close enough to hit me.
That's more fun for me.
Yeah. No. So, I'll just stay there and maintain my song.
Okay. And the balls go. So we have... There we go. So the boy has got two choices now. Mr. Bitey, Jank, looks like you've moved back. Your 5-foot step, and the horse. So it's going to be 1 or 2. Mr. Bitey's low. Mr. Bitey again. And go attack. Is that a hit?
I can't see your rolls.
Yeah,
oh,
your
sorry,
rolls are-
14. Is 14 a hit?
Yes, that will hit.
But 10 points of damage.
Ouch. Bitey.
He's almost halfway.
Oh, no, sorry. 16 was its AC.
16's a hit? Oh, 16's his AC? Okay, so... Not 10 points of damage. And Red, our giant.
All right. I'm going to move into flanking position. And that'll give me a +2 to hit. So it'll be +3 altogether to this. I bet you that hits. 25 for 4 piercing, 5 piercing because of the inspiration.
Yep.
Hey.
And almost dead.
And I didn't realize it. Is this a reach weapon?
It... For the small goblins, it's kind of a reach weapon because they're so small. But for you,
me?
it's not.
Okay. For me, it's not.
No.
Okay. Okay.
No. Because you're larger, you can use it as a normal spear. But for them, because they're small size, they can use it as a reach weapon.
No problem. So I'm there.
Yeah. Okay. And Aldone's there too. Again, not the real person's name. Don't worry about that. And that's a miss. Oh wait,
actually, I think it'll be a hit because +1 from Screech and +2 for flank.
Yep, just a hit.
Nice.
For 6 damage. Nice hit.
And the noble got the kill in the boar hunt.
Not bad for a human.
Anyone see Jabba?
Tell the truth.
I can hear them.
And I absolutely have fun, like using my whip as like one of those vines. I'm just swinging back and forth, trying to find some direction to go.
This way.
I guess we could tie it to a pole and then like carry it like this. Is that the idea? Yeah, I'm in for that.
Keep your demon away, though.
Aldern says, "Is this how what being heroes like? Is this what it felt like to save all those people in the town?"
Yes, it felt like killing.
Yes. Blood everywhere.
So,
Yes, murder is heroism.
but to put yourself out there, you put yourself at risk. Like it must take so much bravery and so much. And it's at that point that we're
Oh.
More boars.
Maybe it will kill the demon.
and Red. It's your go.
Okay, I now drink a mutagen.
Oh gosh.
Are you moving as well?
I'll stay where I am for now.
I'm just going to do a riding check. The Aldern doesn't get closer. The horse is sneering and not. If it wasn't a normal animal, it'd be growling. But it's not wanting to move away from its prey.
Control your demon.
Back, horse, back!
Jabbersnatch. You hear the furious
Jabbersnatch's
pounding
gonna
of.
cast, hearing the sounds all around them with the trees rustling and then everyone's screaming. They're gonna cast guidance to get advantage on perception to hopefully get advantage on their movement.
You can get advantage on your perception as they're all yelling from One Direction. I know One Direction's a horrible band, but they're all yelling from One Direction. So you don't need to cast guidance for that.
Okay. Well, guidance gives me a +1 anyway.
Maybe we can refine those rolls to be like more of that roll instead of a 360, like a 90-degree.
All right.
Well, that's an amazing.
So hearing the
perception.
direction, I will roll. I can find where am I? Okay, there I am.
To get +1.
I've lost myself. So I'll do a D3. Do a D6.
Really need a
Just in
east for Jabber.
All right, 4. I'm at the edge here, at the edge of the other trees.
They're closer, at least.
Kinda.
Don't know about that. Not further.
Yeah.
If you're hunting lions that climb or panthers that climb trees, awesome. If you're hunting maybe even sloths. But we're hunting
that's what I'm
ground.
that's what I'm used to doing. Like all this ground stuff, not my style. I'm used to like fighting snakes or cats or gorillas.
No, I think it's actually
Giant
sloths.
toads.
My expectations are, as long as Snatch is staying out of trouble, we're fine.
And
I
as
just
long
imagine all those creatures are what Jabbersnatch is afraid of. These weird, like, hoofed creatures are things they've never seen before. Giant toads and giant lizards, they would eat you in one bite.
I'm thinking that Jabbersnatch actually has lived off sloths, because being blind and just running around the treetops with the whips, sloth's about the only prey that would be able to catch. I think that's about it. And even still, sloths are like, nah, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, I'm getting out.
Jank.
Oh, okay. So Bitey will run up and do his thing. Raw.
He's rah-rah.
Yeah, he's gonna go in for the bite.
Yes.
Yeah, big 2 damage. So he's locked on, and now he's gonna try and claw it.
Again, this extra damage.
3 and probably not good enough.
Not for the last one, no. Yeah, see, Screech, you're doing so much damage with your inspiration.
Yeah. And Jank himself will move this way. A bit further away from the horse, mostly.
Oh, I thought you were going to walk right next to it when you approached in.
No, but he'll prepare. I don't know if he can prepare a spell, but he'll prepare the spark spell to cast on that saddle.
Specifically on the saddle?
Yeah, because you can't cast it on the horse. But a bit of fire might scare this demon away.
So I'm just trying to get the mentality here. You're thinking about burning the saddle off to stop the rider from controlling the demonic horse from killing you.
Yeah, well, at least he's heard that horses are cowardly, evil things that are scared. It might be scared of fire. Fire's righteous. Goblin logic.
Heard very, very wrong. But okay. I just wanted to get the reasoning of sure, no problem. And the balls go again. Only one target. Mr. Bitey, 16 AC. Can we get finally a gore attack? No, cannot.
Yay.
You've killed its partner. Now he's trying to get revenge. Red.
So Red moves to there, and then he sees the horse is right there, and he turns to the horse. And just gives him a little bit of threatening, maybe a little nudge as he walks by. He's not scared anymore. He was never scared. And
could Jank use that prepared spell?
That's moving. Oh, if you move around the horse, so move around the ball, he gets an attack of opportunity because you're moving. Unlike in 5th edition, you can't move around.
So I'll just go there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll go there and attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A 16 is a hit.
So,
wow.
14 damage.
Wow.
That's a dead ball in pretty much one big shot.
And I look at the horse as it's dying. I look to the horse. I stare at it.
Intimidation check.
Okay.
With your bonuses that you currently have for your size and everything else.
So add, if you want it. So if it's strength based, add 6 to this.
Yeah.
21.
Oh, wow.
The horse is still neighing and agitated, but you think if you were smaller, like as in if you didn't make yourself bigger, it would have tried to kick you as you walked past.
Scared of you, Red? The demon's scared.
Mm.
And once again, I'll walk back there and I'll nudge it with my shoulder as I go by. Sorry! Whoops!
So just checking. Ooh. And the horse bolts with Aldone on it.
I'll cast that spark spell on its saddle.
No, bolts away, runs away.
I'll just do it anyway.
Okay.
I think. Do I not get an attack of opportunity as it runs away?
If you class it as an enemy, you can.
That horse is an enemy. Oh, I'm taking in my attack of opportunity then.
Yep. It was going to do an attack of opportunity for anyone that walked right past it, but except for you because you're so much bigger.
Wow.
Okay. Horse hit points. We got it up here. It's not a heavy riding horse. It's just a horse.
And that'll be a 12, right? Because of Screech.
Oh, yeah.
For dramatic purposes, are you just... Oh, no, you do have the boar spear, yep. For dramatic purposes, would you like to describe how you've just speared the horse?
Well, it turned to run, and so I shot the spear, and it found a spot, and then the horse some blood came out of its mouth, and it just stood there for quite a while until it kind of slumped.
We've slain the demon.
I
Eldon,
found their weak spot.
on the horse. Animal handling again. See if you can ride it to the ground or if he falls. Okay. So again, narratively speaking, Alden's on the ground, concussed, looking up at his brave adventurers that have saved his life from the evil boars. And it's, oh, thank you again. I don't know what happened. And he's again thinking
Your
of,
horse turned on you.
really again. Oh my God! What? Oh, and what about the boars?
They're slaying.
And
You can have both. We have our own meat.
the horse. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fine dining.
And Ursame, what are you saying? Because I've noticed you moved really close.
Are you okay? Do you need me to help you?
Oh, yes, fine, maiden. I think I've injured myself yet again.
Yes, it does look like it.
As soon as I said, I just saw that Screech right next to him. Yep.
Once again, the human falls under the spell of Screech. Humans can't resist her sweet voice.
It's like nails down a chalkboard.
Yes, as sweet as that.
Come eat the horse, Jabba.
I'm trying to figure
We've
out
saved horse meat for you.
like dangling from a branch. I don't want to get on the ground anymore. I hate it. It hurts my feet.
Now, while
We
this
have-
guy's concussed,
We have delicious horse meat.
Yes, he's once again he seems to be concussed by falling off his horse.
yes, let me just...
Well, once we've gorged ourselves on horse meat.
Oh, wow. Nice. What's going on here?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
So, Ursame, what's the sleight of hand for? What are you
See
grabbing?
if he has any...
Is this a seduction roll, or is this a stealing roll?
Shiny.
A stealing roll. Okay. I thought it might be a seduction roll. You never know.
The horse is dead.
I'll roll that later.
Sorry?
He'll just see if he has anything on him, like some shiny or a coin purse or anything.
Okay, give me a moment. Let's remove the colon order. Do all that.
I think I speak for all of us. This hunting session was a good time.
Javis Snatch is slowly trying to figure out their way. They made it to the ground.
Some human traditions apparently aren't too bad.
You find his coin pouch, and oh no, it must have disappeared in the fall. Must have snagged on a branch at some point. Monogrammed, of course. And inside there's quite a bit of gold and silver.
Yay!
Whew. Not shinies.
26
Finally figured
gold,
out where the
17.
smell was coming from.
I mean, it's not shinies, but it's better than nothing.
26 gold, 17 silver.
Yeah. 26 gold.
And are you tending to his wounds?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
As in medical check or healing check or...
Let's see. Shadow. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and it's worth it.
Okay, so you actually do a healing, a spell,
Yeah.
cure light wounds. Okay, didn't know where you were going with that, or if you're actually tending to his wounds. So he does seem a bit better.
But I'm trying to save myself from effort.
Yeah, a pure mage, pure spellcaster.
I'm like acting like a rabbit, but feel it.
Yeah, still first, heal later.
Yeah.
So he's feeling a bit better. He seems to come to his senses. He's calling you less milady, and referring to you more as a halfling.
Are you feeling better?
Oh yes, very much so. What happened to my horse? It's got some like.
It turned on you. We had to put it down.
Did you have to eat it?
Yes. That's what we do with our vanquished foes.
But I thought
What else were you going to do with the body?
leave it here.
For somebody else to eat.
But we don't eat it.
They didn't kill it.
Yeah. Buddy and Jane are probably eating its guts now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake finally found
I'm chewing on a leg.
The lady did say we needed to bring enough back to feed the tavern, so
they can have both boars now.
So we get more shinies for giving them 2 boars.
No, we don't get paid for bringing back the boar. It's about having a feast and celebrating in our achievements.
now we got a horse.
And the horses. Yes.
And presenting, having something like a trophy, like a boar's head to like put up onto the wall and stuffed.
What about a gold trophy?
You're not going to eat the head?
But we don't. No, you don't eat the head. That would be disgusting. We don't eat the head.
Seems wasteful.
Yes. The brains.
Yeah.
Get to the brains.
Standard
That
human
creature's got like
wastefulness.
an ear.
So how now that my horse is dead, how are we going to get back to the town, and how are we going to carry the bulls?
Cart.
But it's still a distance to get to the cart.
We carry it.
And he looks at the little ones like, you can carry that?
You carry. You're big.
And
Humans.
I will
Yeah.
carry. One for each shoulder.
Red, the horse slayer, will do it.
He looks, well, how can I put it? He's not a big, strong person.
He is compared to all of
Giant.
us,
He's a
except for Red.
In size,
Then,
yes.
then we will
but not-
connect two of the poles to Bitey, and then 2 to me.
Bitey is strong.
Bitey is
I mean,
strong.
My
And
strength
large.
is 7. I don't know about anyone else, but I think he is in fact stronger than the rest of the goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is Bitey's strength? I bet you it's 10 or higher.
Mine's 6.
I believe it's 10. Yeah, it's 10.
Yeah.
He's like human strength.
Yeah, he's skinny for a human. He's strong for a goblin.
Or more stronger than me.
Oh no, Jank's strength is 6. He's...
So
we got 6, 6, and 7, and then we have Red.
Yeah.
Red isn't all that strong unless he
he's
drinks a
mutagen.
mutagen,
Yeah.
right? But
He's fraudy.
he's not weak.
And how long does the mutagen last for?
The mutagen's 10 minutes. The enlarge is only a minute,
Okay.
but the mutagen is 10 minutes, and so he'll have a really good strength for that period of time. And even after that, he still has a slightly above average strength.
Yeah. So you find a way of fixing the 2 boars, using the saddles as well, to some boar spears, and essentially drag the bodies as a sled to the road where the cart was left. Aldern.
Should we?
Yeah.
Should we take the demon head with us?
Yes, that we could mount on the tavern wall.
Yes.
What a great trophy!
Show how much of a heroes
mighty
we
monster
are.
Destroyed.
Horse slayers.
Yes.
Oh boy. I'm just thinking, and next door is the stables. Which
I
has
shoved that spear right beneath its tail, and it died.
and just pushed in.
What a great story!
So Aldern, all along the way, he's asking questions about how it feels like to be a hero and what it was like to save in the village and what does it take to be a hero and things like that. He also says that if you ever come to the capital city, you'll have to stay with me in the capital city. You've saved me twice, so I can't but not offer you my home in the capital. I'm sure they'll be okay with your with who you are. We take all sorts in the capital.
Tell me, how big is the garbage pit there? Surely it must be mighty.
Well, I don't really know, but it's a large city, maybe 100,000 people. So I'm sure there's a lot of garbage somewhere.
What? I don't have that many toes. How I don't understand how many people that is.
It is more than 3.
Oh. They must surely stack humans if there are that many. How do they all fit in one place?
I don't know. I've never been in a giant human city.
It's very expansive and it's very old.
They must have excellent discipline to fit that many people in such a small area.
Much garbage to be had.
Yes, and many buildings, and I don't know where the garbage is, but I'm sure that you'll be able to find it if that is where you wish to be.
We have decided that you are a comrade. So should we come to the capital city, we will visit. You are excellent for a human.
What is it like being healed by me twice?
It is an honor to be healed by such heroes.
Again,
Well,
I
it's just me
forbid
who healed
wedlock.
No smoochies unless gems.
Is that said in common, Red, Trent? Or is that said
Yeah,
in
no, I will say it in
Goblin?
common because clearly this noble needs to hear it. Because he's taking the eyes at Screech.
Eyes off the prize.
I see what's going on here. You fool no one.
No. I'm not. I'm sorry. No, that is not my intent. I am betrothed to another.
What?
Even more reason you should not be moving on Screech.
Are you leading Screech on? You're a
Once
I-
you betrothed,
Yeah, this whole time.
I don't believe I was leading anybody on.
You told me you wanted to marry me.
I did nothing of the sort.
Yes, you did when I was healing you.
I did not. I'm sorry. I did not mean to lead you on. I must have been out of my mind. I'm so sorry, but
Not shinies to compensate for this hurt.
when you have promised yourself to another, you must not then look to others after that.
I'm not
Once
even
your
asking.
meat is determined, it is done.
Not even
disgraceful.
asking
We should sack Bryson.
I,
Gugan will set him straight.
No. We have determined he is and a comrade of the goblins.
And you said you were going to give me so many shinies.
look, and he looks down and is like, I don't even have my coin purse. It must have fallen off in the forest. It must have snagged on one of the trees.
I know I looked at some of the bushes, but I didn't see it.
I think you're right that I should have left my mount out on the road, but I didn't want someone stealing it.
If we've learned one thing from hunting, horses cannot be trusted.
Yes.
Yes, but you hunted the horse.
The horse turned and chose to run
Yes.
like a coward.
It was coming right for him, really. And
It's
around
like
Chose
it.
a-
the other hooved
It's
animal.
Cowards will be executed.
Who's on the boar side.
This is how deserters are treated.
Oh boy. Yeah. So you arrive back to the town, and in the inn you're greeted again. You have two balls for a feast, so it'll feed the tavern easily, and there's much rejoice. And you've already eaten your horse. What are you doing with the horse head, though? How are you presenting that? How are you bringing that into the tavern?
I think we're not going to take
I'm
it to the
wearing
tavern.
it.
They shouldn't have our trophy.
Yes.
What did the
I'm
tavern
wearing it
on the
like a
horse?
hat.
I think we're cutting the head off and taking it down to the cave on the beach and sticking it on there.
Okay. So you,
Of course, I don't know unless Jank does something to cure that head. It's just going on there as is.
We must preserve this demon.
I
So
don't
others-
understand these preserve things. That's up to you.
We will preserve it so other goblins will know that we are mighty horse slayers, and they shall fear us.
and
We
Nick,
preserve it by drying it out in the sun.
Yeah.
and Nick, what was the healing roll that you rolled?
I just clicked on it by accident. I was
Okay.
checking off things.
Just checking, just to be no problem. So can we get a survival for a curing and
Yes.
preserving? And if you
Oh gosh.
so, Nick, what are you going to be doing with the horse head?
Oh, I just had it on my head. But I mean, if they took it away from me so that they could cure it,
Well, I'm saying Jank's preserving is a fail. So I'm saying what is Jabbersnatch doing instead?
well, whatever Jinx was doing, fiddling around with it, I just take it by the neck and then put it on my head. But it's larger than me, so it takes. up
Yeah,
most of my
I'm guessing
body.
the head
It's
is
just-
actually bigger than Jabbersnatch.
So it's just me inside of its neck, and I have to dig out to like have a breathing hole through like the top of its neck. And it's kind of waddling as its head's bouncing back and forth on me.
Jank is okay with this.
Yeah, whatever's left of the head at the end, we're going to mount it on the spear, and then stick it on the beach. It'll be a warning to goblins.
That you're
I'll
mighty
have to dig
goblins.
out some holes for my arms because my arms are longer than my legs.
That is such a bad image. Please,
I'd love
anyone out
to
there,
see some art of this.
fan art it. It's disgusting. Yeah, please. That's disgusting. It really is. So, you head back to town. Jabbersnatch is covered in blood from the horse and bits and gore. Are you doing...
I think I'm going to grab a snatch because I know the humans are not going to take that, and see if I can drag grab a snatch to the beach, like to the water. I know it's not clean water, but it's cleaner, and I pull out the soap. I've had enough of this dirt and grime. That will
I'm
be
still inside my
cleaning.
horse costumes. It was just like cleaning me. I just imagine taking the soap bar and like scrubbing his teeth.
Pull grab a snatch out of their head. Dunk in the water.
Like flailing around because I think he's drowning me.
Yeah. As I come up, my own arms are like all blood up to the elbows.
Oh God.
We have our
Just
first bath.
scratches from one fish hook is still embedded in there.
Yeah. Oh, those fish hooks are not great. At least some of the food have washed away from the fish hooks from last night. At least that's one good
Well,
plus.
right now all the fish hooks are embedded inside of the neck of the horse because I'm inside of it. So him trying to take it off of me as it's stuck to me. It's a mess.
Oh man, I'm hurting.
That's bad. just
My cheeks.
just bad. We'll move on.
It's a very clean horse head though, and my arms are clean now.
You eventually get it off. You eventually stake it on the beach to warn other goblins that we are horse killers, we are mighty. And back in the tavern, the boars...
Also, I got rid of that coin purse. The monogrammed one.
It's somewhere in the beach.
Yeah.
No
I've
one
learned
will
it from
find
my
it.
mistakes. I've learned it from my mistakes.
So, back in the tavern, the boars are being roasted over the spit. The smell is... Well, the smell's both
Smells
good
like
and
bacon.
bad. It is like bacon. Like human smell.
Are humans cooking?
I think boars smell like cooked human.
Yeah.
Because we worked out last week.
We'll get tears today.
I was going to say, because we worked out last week that humans smell like bacon.
Now I wonder if boars can be ridden.
Humans for riding.
Humans for riding, okay. So the night is a night of feasting and eating and drinking. And like, what are the festivities? What are you up to during the night?
I go out in front of the tavern and do my drills. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Okay. So you do remember where the tavern is, and
Yeah, I do it to the side, away from the stables.
just checking.
Yeah, the mutagens are not in. I'm feeling a little less confident. But I need to be ready in case those horses escape. So the drilling is important.
So instead, you're doing it in front of the Sandpoint Meat Market,
There we go.
which no, they don't sell horse. There's also a fish market. Awesome. Where's that? Okay, cool. So the night goes on, and midway through the night, there's lots of singing, lots of dancing, and again, if Screech wants, because Screech is encouraged to take the stage and sing.
Yes,
Do it.
she will.
Do it.
And Amiko is also with that, encouraging to take the stage and singing.
A noble led me on.
Country music.
Yeah.
Didn't give me any shinies, even though he said he would.
No shinies.
No shinies at all. Even though I healed him so many times.
For those that know what's going on, you just see Aldon sink below the table, hiding. No one else notices because they don't know what's going on, who you're talking about. But he just sinks below the table and just disappears. And you see a hand come up, take the drink, and go under the table. Would you like to do a performance check to make it better than just an actual?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. It needs to be done.
It doesn't need to be. You can just go.
Yes,
I sing. Oh yeah. So it's actually it's pretty good. What style?
Of course.
What style is it? Is it country and western? Is it
The blues.
blues? Is it tongue in cheek? Like caricature, like comedy?
This
Well,
is serious.
A mix of country and blues.
Okay.
Just a match. It came from the heart.
Okay.
A tear or two slips down her cheek.
And this time Amiko doesn't accompany you on stage. She thinks that you've got it this time, but she's up there clapping. She's encouraging everyone to clap. Again, nobody notices that Aldern Foxglove, the noble you're talking about, has just disappeared under the table. And as you're walking off stage, you see him sliding up the stairs to go to bed early, so no one approaches him and asks him about what's happened. He disappears for the night. Later in the night, there's talking in the corners with some of the locals, and one of them, a young girl, probably about 16, 17, comes up to the table and approaches Jank and says, well, that got your attention, Kiwi, yeah.
There's tears to be had.
She approaches Jank and says, it's good that the town has these amazing new heroes, and you see, my father's store has a problem with rats, and we might need a brave hero like yourself to.
She says in common.
Oh
to
yeah.
a goblin that
Yeah.
only speaks goblin.
Yeah, to help out, and to protect the store, we will need someone to like yourself.
So as she's speaking, Jank will just start stroking her face and trying to because he knows that where the tears come from, so he's trying to milk her the tears.
And
Human, he was cup under her, hoping that the tears will start flowing.
the young lady and says, well, would that mean that a handy young adventurer like you would help a young vixen like myself to protect my honour and protect my father's store from these
He'll try the other side because that side's not working, and he'll be like, "Red, this human is supplying no tears, but she's jabbering at me.
What does she want?
Irrelevant. There are no tears."
Okay, I'll go over there and say, this goblin does not speak your language. What is it you wish?
Oh, we don't all need to speak the same language, but my father's store, it's got a rat problem, and we need a valiant hero like this one here to help
What
protect.
problem?
Well, last night I saw a rat as big as a goblin hiding behind some of the barrels in the basement.
This doesn't sound like a problem. This sounds like an opportunity.
Well,
Yes, rats are
yes.
delicious.
And you're saying you are offering for us to be able to kill these rats?
Us. So, what do you mean, us?
Us. I point to the various goblins.
No. It's
Good
only a
point,
small problem. We only need maybe one of one.
We like to kill as a pack. It's bloodier that way.
You see like a look of like just not fear, but just like weirdness.
She's ready to milk. I can see it.
She's
Her
only
face is
asking
changed.
for one. I shall be that one. I shall do the mission for you, madam.
No,
Tell me that this
I think this one here would be like we only one would be needed, and I think this one here would be perfect for my needs.
He'll like squeeze her nose because he knows that humans have liquid in their nose.
No liquid comes out.
All right, he'll
He's
check
very
her
good with
teeth.
his hands, it seems.
He'll like lift up her top gum and check her teeth.
She
Maybe
pats
she's
it
not
away
healthy?
playfully.
Okay. This human's broken. Bring me one that works.
He will only help you if you cry for him. He wishes to drink your tears.
I'm sure we can. I'm sure that we can cry. I can cry with joy once he's dealt with my needs.
I start to climb onto the back of the woman, and I'm at her head, and I go into my pouch.
Yes,
Hugs,
ride this
I
human.
crush them. I'm going to draw the symbol of Baba Gugan on her forehead and say, "She has been blessed. She's the chosen sacrifice."
She picks up Baba Goog. So I was going to say Baba Gugon. She picks up
That would be a
Jabba
surprise.
Snatch and puts Jabba Snatch back on the table. It's like not even knowing that you've actually written something like the symbol, but she just brushes her face. And it's like I think that this one has will suffice my needs. Will he come with me to help?
Jank, this foolish human wants you to kill a rat. Do you wish to kill a rat? It's a big rat.
You know, I have Bitey and you guys do all that stuff for me, right?
Yeah. He says that we kill rats for him. And Bitey kills rats for him.
Yes, good Bitey.
She gets visibly annoyed and says, and her tone just shifts. So, never mind, I'll find some other way to take care of my needs, and just
Yeah, we
walks
don't
off.
take orders from humans. We are honored guests. Look at the sassers.
Human's broken. I don't like it.
And
Go
she-
away,
The
human!
Mugan shall find you in your dreams.
and-
Follow the messages. Follow the prophecy.
We don't want to even
Oh,
kill you.
shiny!
but she walks off to a bunch of women, like young girls in the corner, who then start giggling and like not giggling with, but laughing at her, and she just walks off with them out of the tavern.
Now
Her
her rat
Her
lives
seduction
on.
at a goblin failed horrifically.
Oh yes, there was seduction attempts going on there.
Everyone knows the best way to determine mates is by drawing straws.
She had to do was cry. Come on.
Or ample sacrifices of
Is it that hard?
food.
She says she'll cry once you've taken. She'll have tears of joy. You've taken care of her needs.
Oh no. Watch the tears in advance.
This human's clearly broken. I want a different one.
I don't even know how humans mate, and I don't want to know.
Oh, in fact, humans mate with everyone. Even
Really,
each
just a
other.
lot of talking.
Yeah, look at how there's half elves and everything. They're mating with everyone.
Yeah.
Ruin everything.
Halflings.
Yeah.
Clearly, it just happens when they talk. I mean, did you see how much she was talking? Just jabbering on and on.
Yes. Much talking, no crying.
No tears. So with that, we're going to have our break. Thank you, Kiwi. That was brilliant.
I love the milking.
This side's broken. Let's try that. Thank you, Kiwi. That was good. That was great. We'll take our break here. We'll be back shortly. We're only halfway through our show for today, so we'll be back with the second half of our show. I'm sure it's just going to get crazier from here, because that's kind of how this is going. Killing horses, wearing them on as a headdress. Yeah, that's kind of how it's going. So stick around. Thanks for everyone for coming in and joining. I also need to do a shout out to Codezor. Codezor. I can't pronounce your name properly. You followed the channel right before we were actually right before we started today. Thank you for the follow. Means a lot to join the Goblin Army, because you get to join these guys as our Goblin Horde. Maybe not in game, but thank you for joining the Goblin Horde. And we're going to be back. We'll put on our Goblin song and probably our more Goblin music this time. So stick around and we'll be back soon. Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Carson Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave, and we don't have any more tears from the humans, from the floaty girl humans. Unfortunately, we didn't get to play out the rest of the scene because apparently they just don't speak the same language, which was actually probably a thankful thing. And I was just saying offline to everybody that I was totally not going to choose Jabbersnatch as the target for that little scenario, and Nick kind of reinforced that when they said that if as soon as we were alone, I would have sacrificed them. Like, absolutely scary, but totally in character. Now we're going to have to do a little quick fix of the overlays. It won't be long at all. And we'll just turn the sound down a little bit more for everybody. So just a little bit of power outage. Just locked one of the cameras out, so you have to move a little bit. But the overlays are done in a way which is pretty quick these days. Doesn't take half an hour like it used to, and a full reset of the stream. There we go. All good. We are back and ready to go. So it's still a night of feasting and drinkings and everything's. And as the girl essentially walks out with her friends, giggling at her and laughing at her, shortly afterwards, the tavern doors slam open, and an elderly gentleman with a sharp tongue command. Now it does say in a different language you don't understand, but there's no fun in having a language you don't understand, so we'll put it in the common tongue so you do understand where it's coming from. Well, some of you understand where it's coming from because you don't always understand common in this game. So a man dressed quite finely and in his probably late 40s, very angry and furious, slams open the door, says, "Where the hell is my daughter?" And the other patrons of the bar just shut up. Everyone is quiet. Everyone just pauses as they see this man stalk into the bar, furious and just seething anger. Even Jabbersnatch can smell the anger and the ferocity coming from this individual. The hatred.
I like him. All I smell is bacon.
A worthy sacrifice for Joe, isn't it?
Exudes the Baba Gugan's energy.
In a fit of anger, at the moment, Emiko is nowhere to be seen, and no one is approaching. No one is doing anything. No one is everyone's just scared of this individual. And he looks at the table with the goblins, with you lot. Says, he approaches your table and is like, "So these are the creatures that whose antics endangered our town. Everything should have been left to the trained professionals. We have city guard for a reason. Who says that you're heroes? You do not deserve that title. You're a filthy bang of vagrants, and you're no better than the other goblins that attacked us."
I stand up and I look at him. Yes. That sounds about right. But what's wrong with being a vagrant?
And smelling.
Filthy is good sometimes if you're in fights.
You did not save our town. You are no heroes here. You should have left everything to our paid guard, our professionals.
But our sash says we are.
That sash means nothing. If you lose that sash, you wouldn't make it 5 feet out of this tavern.
I can still walk without it.
You seem a worthy adversary. Do you wish to fight to the death?
I do not fight creatures like yourself to the death or not. That is not what we do. My blood says that I am better than you, better than all these people here. I do not need to fight.
Does it really? Let's see.
There's a ooh go across the crowd as if they know something you don't.
Is this human close to crying?
No.
I don't know. Do you cry, human?
I'll put my cup up closer to him.
Jenk is thirsty. If you are going to cry, then cry into the cup.
I will accept any human fluids.
We do not need your hero worship. We have our sashes. They show that we are welcome in this city by your superiors. You clearly do not understand rank or rules of law.
I have no superiors in this town. I am one of the founders of this town. My family has been here, or my family are one of the founders of the town, and we have been here long before you and your lot. We do not need your kind here. You are no better than the goblins that attacked. Who knows, you could be in league with them to try to get somewhere that you should not. Maybe
We
here
were
to
given
steal our
these
secrets.
sashes by the captain of the guard. And if the captain of the guard does not run this city, then you have it all mixed around.
He does not run the city. And as I said...
That is human foolishness, as always.
From out of nowhere, Emiko glides herself between you two and starts gently pushing the man backwards. And he looks even more angry at her than you. And they start arguing in a different language that you do not know and do not recognize. And she has a ladle, and she's just using that to guide him backwards, away from you and away from a fight. And the argument continues. Everyone is just quiet. No one seems to understand what is being said, but they do not want to be involved. Even the servers, like you see a server come out of the back room and then go back in, just subtly remove themselves from any instance of what's going on. And the argument continues and it rises to its climax, and you hear an ultimatum. You hear at the end of the ultimatum that if you don't come with me, then you are dead to me. You are as dead to me as your mother is. And he storms out
Crying?
of the tavern.
Yeah, is he so upset that
He
tears
was.
are flowing from his eyes?
There's
Yeah.
no tears. There's no tears. And Emiko says, well, sorry about little disruption. How about a round of drinks on us? And let's get the music going again, shall we? And
Yes.
maybe a little bit more food. And she seems to be a little bit shaken from the ordeal. And she is seemingly putting on a brave face for everyone involved.
That is exactly how it should be handled.
Yes. And
Do not show weakness.
And the night continues. What else would you like to do for the night?
Well, I think we should not kill that human.
Are you?
I am baptizing the humans in blood. Whatever basin of blood they got from like the butchery in the kitchen, or any red fluid that I can find that I can't see, but if I can smell it and it smells vaguely like blood and it's liquid, I'm gonna use it and I'm gonna start like writing like just a bunch of like gibberish on their faces, baptizing them in this basin.
Firstly, you can smell blood from the kitchens. Secondly, every time you go into the kitchen, you are stopped, you are turned around, and you are hurried. You said, no, this is not for you. Go back into the bar. Every single time.
And that is what I'm doing, trying to get inside this kitchen so I can start baptizing people.
Okay. And do you say, well, we're not going to kill that human to Amiko, or just in general?
No, to the party, because I assumed that we were all considering it.
So we can't murder.
No, that is illegal.
We can't kill him.
Unless he was to attack us first.
Oh, I see.
Ning.
And I'm assuming you're saying this in Goblin?
Yeah, and I'll say, and Amiko seems to have some kind of, I think these humans have loyalty to their parents. There's some kind of bond between parents and children. It makes no sense, but I think she would be bothered if we were to kill this creature.
He's
And she has been good to us.
Yes.
We owe her gratitude.
He's
Much
pretty
garbage
all
she
right
used to
for a
play.
human.
He is a garbage human.
Yes.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's the most
Delicious is
kind.
garbage. He smells like bacon. The bacon smell is especially strong from him. But we must not. But again, we must not kill him.
Perhaps we can domesticate him and ride him. He's very emotional.
It will be difficult to do that without circumventing any laws.
I must design a saddle for humans.
I've heard of humans sometimes use treats to tame animals. Maybe you need to use food to train a human.
Yes,
Ooh, yes.
but I don't know what food he eats.
How to train a human.
I know that humans eat food that is not ripe yet.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that type of food.
Right after cooking. They'll eat it when it's still warm.
Not even sun warm after 3 days.
No, not
Make it very hot.
Not the right type of warm.
It's not like body temperature. They make it too hot.
They eat it before the maggots have gotten to it.
Mm. Where's the flavor?
Well, they get no maggot.
And maggots are delicious.
Mm.
They do give a nice mouthfeel.
Like little surprises in your mouth.
Mm.
That extra bit of seasoning.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Well,
That
I think for
umami,
now we
I've heard
do
humans
nothing
say
about
that
this
once.
this bad human.
I guess we have to wait till he attacks us.
I don't know if he will. He seemed cowardly.
Ain't true.
Yes, we should.
But aren't most humans cowardly?
Yes.
They ride demons. They're an odd bunch.
Yes.
So I'm just like I'm watching just this is play on
I think they've been manipulated by the horses.
The true power here.
They think they rule the horses.
Well, the horses are demons.
Yes, and they have a demon pit next to us.
Baba
Full of
Gugan's a
horses.
demon. And all these horses are demons. Wow, Baba Gugan's influence reaches farther than I thought. I must see these horses.
I don't know.
And
if
is
they
it any
are.
wonder that humans consider goblins to be pests? It's the influence of the horses.
They're too tall. The blood doesn't get to their brain.
That's true. They are very tall. That's why I think you are very odd for wanting to ride one.
No.
Do you realize how high up you will be?
They
Do you
can
realize I live in trees?
Yes, but at least you have something to hang on to.
Do you
I
I
will
have
think-
need a
things to hang on
harness.
to on a horse.
Do you
I have so
think
many
you're?
grabby parts.
Do you think you're Godfather?
But if the human goes down, there's nothing to hold on to. You're going down too.
If
For sure.
I will hold their ears and control them with their ears.
But if they go, what if they fall?
Trees
They will
fall all the
use
time,
their
you know?
hands.
How will
duck in
you?
water.
How will you survive?
I will train
duck
them
and
to
roll.
catch me.
Oh,
This will require a lot of training. I don't think you're going to succeed.
Thank you
Donating
for
a
the.
die for Jank because raccoons are lucky.
How did I know it was going for the raccoon? Thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. I'm guessing that's going to go to Jane pretty much every time you donate. Because of all the raccoon love. If only you could actually donate straight to Mr. Bitey.
Yeah.
Jane would never get a donation.
I assume they're all
None of us would.
Does that also mean that die goes up because it takes mine and brings it to him?
Yes, it does. So
Yeah.
your D4 goes away, and Jane, you have a D6. There you go. So the night continues. At some point, you either crash on the rafters or go upstairs and sleep in your uncomfortably comfortable beds or on the floor.
Floor.
Well,
Oh, well, I missed the garbage, so I might look
Rafters.
for the garbage bin. Try and sleep in there.
So Jank's sleeping outside in the garbage.
Yeah.
Okay. In the morning, you awaken to. Wait, did Amiko actually? I'll just have to roll to see if Amiko did ask for the garbage to be not collected. Otherwise, Jank's being thrown over a
I
cliff.
am going home.
The fast way, shortcut.
These humans, see, they're carrying me.
It's like the Uber coming home from the pub, taking you home, but like this time, unwillingly. It works.
I've learned how to tame them.
In this case, Amiko has already arranged for the garbage not to be picked up at night time, but will be picked up in the morning after you've eaten. Because you wanted to eat the garbage or the food that's been aged a little. So you're awoken in the morning. Again, there's trinkets outside the door for your communal. So I've got to find it. There's little coins with holes in them and like strings around them, what else is there? And there seems to be like 2 shoes that are different shoes, like different sizes, different designs, and that's the 2 things that are sitting there.
are they new shoes or used shoes?
They're used.
Oh, that's good.
But they're two totally different shoes.
Even better.
So in the morning, Jank, you wake up in the garbage as feels like home.
Eat my bed.
As one of the serving ladies is, she doesn't look happy, but she's picking through it for food and putting it onto like into a pot.
Yes. Jank will be like, like a kid trying to get picked up.
Picked up by the woman to be put into the pot, or
Well, picked up. This is the first part of taming a human.
animal handling roll.
Good. All right. And I might. This is important. So I
Can I
might
give him
have to
guidance?
use my. Oh my God, where's my handling?
Can I give him
There it
guidance
is.
too? He gets +1.
No, you don't
I'll
know
use
this is
my,
outside
Dang.
I'll use my.
the D6.
Yeah, because it's important.
Oh no, 17. The serving lady, or the essentially the maid, says, "Oh, aren't you a cutie here?" and picks you up,
And I'll, like,
and starts
try and-
cuddling you as like a baby.
Yes. And I'll point up to the stairs. Well, into the cherry meat.
She puts the pot
Take
down.
her for test drive.
She puts the pot down and she carries you back to bed. Just, oh, I don't know where you've been, but don't know what or it looks like you got yourself locked out last night, and we'll put you back to bed with the rest of your group.
He'll scratch behind her ear. You know, like good human.
She doesn't respond to the scratching, but she does think you're very cute, and so everyone else is awoken by essentially Jank riding a human.
And he'll be like, you know, like, come on, Red, acknowledge
Here's the
this.
human tamer.
Oh wow, he's doing it.
Yeah, this is my new human.
Have you come up
Have
with
you
a
named
name
it?
for her?
No.
If you're going to keep this, and I'll say this in Goblin, if you're going to keep this human as a mount, I expect you to feed it, take care of it, and keep it clean.
Even Bitey doesn't require all of that.
And you must train it to charge into battle.
Oh yes,
It must be a battle-ready mount.
this human is very intelligent. I can tell. It knew exactly what I wanted. It will serve well.
Fine. Then you can keep it.
I will work out how to milk this human, though. That's one thing I haven't worked.
You must
It
choose. Is
shall
it
be-
a mount or is it your livestock?
It shall be both.
I think now you're reaching for the sun. You're flying too close.
This human
You
shall
can't
be
have
milked
it all.
and mounted.
This is gonna backfire. You've asked for too much.
Just so we keep it cleaner than, I know this is bad, but milking, we're talking about milking tears, not the other milking, as this is a maid.
All
Either
human
tears
fluids
or
are
snot.
precious.
Apparently.
Oh yes, all human fluids. So yes, I've got the other fluids from the child that
They're a
was
versatile
scared.
animal.
Oh boy, bad. Very, very, very bad. In the morning, there is the smell of garbage being cooked. For everybody else, it smells horrible, but for you guys, it smells like home.
Oh,
Let's go eat.
Yes.
You also notice that all the windows are opened to try to let the smell out as quickly as possible.
They're even letting it breeze. This is lovely.
Yeah.
We really are at home on the beach where it's so windy.
You've trained these humans well, Red.
They submit to our will, bit by bit.
Oh boy. So in the morning, you have your breakfast. Eldon Foxglove doesn't come down from his room early. You don't see him in the morning at all. Not
The
at
days
all.
get better
I
and
think he
better.
already invited us to his home. If we have to go to the capital city.
We've been hunting with him. There's nothing more he can do for us.
Yeah, he's not gonna give me any shinies.
You took his gold. you,
So,
you already took it. Okay.
he's a human noble. He has lots of shinies. Way more than that.
Oh boy. So after your dinner, after your breakfast, a town guard comes to the door, asking for your attendance to a meeting.
We come at once.
And says, "Well, we've got to go to the council, and we'll be meeting with the mayor and meeting with the sheriff. So as well as another individual who may have a history with your kind. So please understand that you're welcome to the town." So what was that, Esme?
Is this about our crowns?
The guard says, "I don't know anything about a crown."
What do you mean history with our kind?
Well, out of character and as a background, there's some dangers for goblins in the area. I mean, there's the animals and whatnot. There's some fearsome predators that are not animals, though. One of those fearsome predators, so I'll just bring up the names here. Same point at a glance. There we go. 38.
I'm immediately thinking of rangers with a favored enemy of goblinoid.
Mm-hmm. So one of those fearsome predators is a hunter of goblins, a commander of beasts. A lot of the tribes have different names for him, but he's certainly a beast hunter. He commands horses and dogs, and hunts down goblins for fun and sport. Here's your next door neighbour. The other is more known as the Shadow, believed to be an elf or half elf. Only one of the goblin heroes of the region has faced this person and survived. And that is how Chief Gutwad, his mighty girthness, became the chief of his clan by being the only survivor in an encounter with this shadow. And she's known to have killed many goblins in the area.
Demon lords.
Put on your sassers.
I'll
We
take
should
mine
not
off.
be
I'm gonna say my
mistaken
sash
for
is now
regular
a
goblins.
bandana that's around my eyes. It's just like tied around my eyes.
Covering the eyes. Okay. And it just so happens that like the symbols of like the religions look like eyes now. Or just where they sit is eyes around your head, as if you can see all through other people's religions.
I absolutely have mine there too, but I have it on my forehead now.
Okay. And of course, you've marked another individual for sacrifice last night, the young girl. So,
Fate shall claim her if I do not.
You should leave your mount behind.
Oh,
Do you wish to ride her to the meeting?
I'll take it slowly. I'll walk, and
All
I'll,
right.
I'll attempt to
Leave her with some food in case she gets hungry while we're gone.
I'll take some garbage out, and I will approach my mount, and I will say, and I will give her some food. I'll put some food down slowly in front of her, and I'll make eating motions and I'll back away slowly so I don't startle my mount.
As you're backing away, she cleans up the. Well, she's cleaning up the garbage. Well, you think she's picking up the garbage for future eating.
Good human. Good.
They are smarter than you think.
Ooh, that is a smart human.
Mm-hmm.
Doreen.
They are like raccoons. Yes. Mm.
Well, no, most humans just throw garbage away. This one has some thoughts.
See, she will be a good mount. I'm not wrong.
You still need to come up with a name for her.
I admit I was skeptical at first, but I'm beginning to see that this might be the right mount for you indeed.
As you're led through the town, you pass a building which you haven't passed before, and there's a sign out front hanging above the front doorstep. It's a curious sign. You haven't really seen it before. It shows a wide-eyed goblin reading a book, nearly as tall as him. And for those that can read, you can clearly see that the book is upside down.
What blasphemy is this?
Chose a goblin with a book.
Mm.
Very
We must burn
strange.
it.
Yes.
I'm going to climb up and try to
Burning?
figure out
No,
where it is so I
burning
can
is
take the
illegal.
book out of its
It's
hand.
illegal to burn it.
As he's swinging,
It's illegal to read.
he's swinging on the sign in front of the front door.
Yeah, and I'm trying to pull
We
them
must
up.
demand this sign is taken down. This is blasphemy.
Why? You're
It's
not
It's
supposed to read the book. Don't read the sign. What are you doing?
As
It's
you
a
can
picture. Do not accuse me of reading.
As you can see inside are just books upon books on shelves.
We must light this place on fire.
Really, this is an
It's
insult
cursed.
to goblins.
I start doing like my Babagoo gun like prayer. Like,
All right, as the hands come down to do the prayer, that's when I grab.
The yank.
Opportunity.
No burning down buildings. Not here.
Again, I can only assume this is all taking place in goblin language.
Are you
Oh yeah.
Fred,
any
are you
conversation that
suggesting
stays us is always going to be
that-
goblin.
that we be okay with all these books?
they'll come to life and eat us. The knowledge,
fine.
it'll curse us.
You don't want to
About your
read the
brains,
books. Leave the
brains and
books
bleed through our
alone.
ears.
Are you saying we should read?
No, goblins are too dumb to read. Hobgoblins read. I have a book myself.
I try to eat your book. I must save you.
I'll cast spark on it.
See? Dumb goblin. Hobgoblins are smart. Goblins are dumb. That is why I read and you can't. Now
You're
come on.
cursed is what you are.
I bet we could read if it was a curse.
Spark? What is Spark being thrown at?
Read the book.
I think, yeah, so it might start smoking. It's kind of like, using a tinder box on something. So it'll slowly catch fire, I believe, on an...
Maybe start smoking at some point.
Yeah. I don't want to...
It's not going to it doesn't burst into flames, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I was checking.
You can make an unattended fine flammable object catch on fire. So it's not fine. So it might cause it to.
And it is attended.
I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
It's for flavor.
And it's my formula book. I would be pretty upset.
Don't wave books around like that. It's dangerous. It's bad. You could hurt somebody.
If you try that again, and I'll open this book and I'll show it to you.
No.
No, instinctually cover my eyes, but I don't have any.
That's right.
Much blasphemy talk.
What would you find in a book that's so helpful?
smart things, hobgoblin things, not stupid goblin things.
Sanity is what he'd find. His brain would be leaking from his ears.
He,
That's why he talks like this. He doesn't understand anymore. His brain is liquid.
Ah!
You're led down the street further to two large stone buildings. The one that you enter is a 2-story stone building, and the guard informs you that this is the town hall. You're led through several corridors and into a meeting room. Sitting behind the desk is the mayor of the city, a lady by the name of Devon, and standing beside the desk, beside the mayor, is the sheriff who you met previously, Sheriff Hemlock. Standing in the corner is a female half-elf, dressed in dark clothing, blades on her hips, and she's looking like she doesn't belong in such a nice room or in civilization. And she looks at you, and you just feel that ill ease pass across you, as if she's staring through her soul, or she's staring through your soul, and that she's probably collected more bounties and more ears than even Boom Boom has.
Has the soul of a horse.
I agree.
The elven woman turns to you and says, "I do not have a soul at all."
I see you up for what you are, a horse face.
I do not have a horse face, but I've been asked to be civil, so I will. I am here with news. Inspire courage.
Thank you.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Is this your bardic performance? Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
I'm hiding behind Bitey.
As you're just repeating the mantra, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. She says, I have come here with news, and was surprised to hear that the heroes of the town are you, goblins. I have no beef with you. I have no issue if you're here to protect the town. But there are other things going on, not just in this town. I've come back from I've come back from the wilderness early to report that the goblins, they're united. The 5 main tribes in the area are united by some force I do not know. This is not the only town that's been attacked recently. The last town that they attacked, they did not survive. It was smaller, sure, but they're using tactics which are not common to their own kind, more common to, and turns to red, to hobgoblins.
Another bossy hobgoblin.
I respect anyone who could gather 5 whole tribes of goblins and keep them together. That would require amazing discipline.
Well, that is it. Discipline is... It's not a common thing among goblins, is it?
It is not. They're undisciplined. And understand, when I say you have a horse face, I only mean it as the highest compliment. It's that your face is fearsome, like one of a horse.
Well, Bella, the sheriff here told me of your work against the goblins and what you have done. And I have dedicated my life to keeping them from causing too much trouble around these parts. But they're tenacious, and they're tenacious, and fecund little runts, like little weeds that bite. Which actually
And
pretty
steal garbage.
It's all accurate, but
They're stealing garbage all the time.
yeah. There are five major goblin tribes in the region, and traditionally they're pretty good at keeping each other in line with intertribal squabbles and the like. Yet from what I've been able to piece together, members of all 5 tribes were involved in the raid. A fair number of them are Mosswood goblins I've dealt with yesterday. They were already pretty beaten up, and there are a lot of chatter about Longshanks, who killed many of them. A lot of chatter about goblins who killed many of them, sorry. Because this is meant for having human characters, yep. And now I've met you, it's obvious that from their descriptions that it seems you made an impression on them. In any event, the fact that the 5 tribes are working together disturbs me. Goblin tribes don't get along unless they've got something big planned. And big planned requires big bosses, and I'm afraid someone's moved in on the goblins and organised them. And judging by these recent raids, it's bad news for all of us.
Yes, they must be planning a mighty raid on Junk Beach.
Our beach.
Something must be done. I propose we align forces
Let's get rid of these
against these
usurpers.
goblin hordes. And then we find the link that holds them together and break it.
Well, of the 5 tribes, the Bird Crunchers, Lick Toads, Seven-Tooth Goblins, Mosswood Goblins, and Thistletop Goblins, there's no real leader who would normally unite. There's only a few goblin heroes in the area. There's Big Gut Monk, Gugmut, Muscular and Tall from the Mosswood Goblins. He's not really not a leader of sort, just pure muscle. A Hobgoblin. You would know him as probably one of the most ferocious hobgoblins around. As in, he's big. He's a big champion, but not really not the best tactician. There's Corvus of the Seven-Tooth tribe, short in temper. Prized possession is a magic longsword, the size for a human, but he's stubbornly kept to his own. Can barely even pick it up, but I don't think he's organised anything. Vorka, the cannibal, I don't think she's behind any of this. She generally keeps the goblins in her area under control by eating them herself. Wenwattle Gutwad, the chieftain. Brainstorm Goblins, he's not a leader. I mean, he fought me before, but he ran. He left all of the others to be sacrificed, and then he became a chief, so I don't think he's the leader. Rugnut, the Thistletop Goblins, again, he's not really a leader. Heroes, yes, but not a leader big enough to control everybody. And then there's Bruthramus, infamous bugbear ranger of the Nettlewood. He often visits these areas, but again, they're not one of these are strong enough to control all the others and to order them around. I think there's an outsider. Someone else has come in and taken control and seized power, united them. And from that, the mayor says, well, it looks like we might, if there's something big coming, if that raid they planned was only the start of something maybe bigger, we may have to ask for help and ask for more troops. And she turns to the sheriff. Sheriff, are you able to take some men and speed off to the capital, to the city, to try to secure us more men, protect our settlement? And Sheriff Hemlock says, if I need to, then I think that the town is well protected with these young ones. These can be the town's heroes, but we must ask you to make a presence in town. Show the town that you are here to protect them, and you'll do what's needed to help them out. Will you do that, little goblins?
What do you mean by help them out?
Not killing them and essentially protecting them.
I will do both those two things.
We already agreed not to kill him.
Killing is illegal. We will not kill. And outside threats, it is illegal to present a civilian militia to protect against these threats. We will be that militia.
Well then, I will leave the town in your capable hands. Of course, please don't burn it down and do their job for them.
If the town burns down, rest assured it wasn't us.
And he speaks.
And I will forbid all these goblins to burn down the town. Forbidden, all of you. Do you hear me? No more burning.
Of course, we instead shall bathe.
You already told us we weren't supposed to burn anything.
Unless it's books.
I didn't like the look you gave me when I said it.
Unless it's books.
No burning of even books.
And Jabbersnatch, what about bathing in blood? What was that?
So no burning, but instead we shall all bathe in blood.
The half elf in the corner says, "What type of bathing in blood are you talking about?"
Clearly the blood of these usurpers who think they can take this island from us.
It's a religious ceremony.
And speaking still in Goblin, I'm familiar with some of your religious ceremonies.
Are you? Please tell me, what do you know of Baba Gugan?
If you wish to partake in a religious ceremony, we will allow it.
I would be eager to baptize you in blood. Baba Gugan, you shall be blessed by him.
Says, I'm familiar with most goblin ceremonies. Baba Gugan is not one I'm familiar with, though.
I am eager to teach you. I know much of Baba Gugan.
Perhaps one day. I'm only here for a short time. Maybe another time. Maybe we shall meet
A short
in the
time
woods.
is not enough to listen to Snatch about Baba Gugan. They will go on.
And on.
And on and on. Yeah.
Much blood.
And that's being polite, yes. So the mayor says, although the guard has trying to make it known that you are here to save the people, and you're here as protectors, we are still continuing to spread the word. So just be careful of your actions and understand that, well, your kind did recently attack, and though we accept you as our heroes, some of the townsfolk are still going to be apprehensive for that.
I care not for their feelings. We will protect them, and if they do not attack us, we will not kill them.
Mm-hmm. And I believe that one of your men asked for bounties on goblin ears.
Yes.
Yeah. Boom, boom.
there is someone that's actually offering 5 gold piece bounties for goblin ears, but I would strongly recommend not going to.
Why?
Because
5 gold pieces sounds like a lot for a couple goblin ears.
Because that is Davo and Hosk, the Goblin Squash Stables owner.
Would
Keep
you have
horses.
to go near the horses?
It sounds like there would be going near horses involved. No, 5 gold pieces is not worth it.
And he's hunting dogs, and he's more likely to take your own ears and not have you living afterwards. So
Have his horses do his dirty work for him. Typical.
So please stay away from that person. I don't want any trouble. He's probably going to be the most furious about your arrival in the town and your staying in town. Especially as I hear that you're staying right next door.
We will avoid the horses and the human that keeps them.
Thank you. But welcome.
But they're lucky. They're lucky we're avoiding them. I've killed a horse.
Yes.
And I could do it again.
The mayor's like, okay. I have not. I did not meet you initially, but as the mayor of Sandpoint, thank you for doing what you did at the festival, and for rescuing our citizens and keeping us safe. And welcome to the town. Welcome as a citizen of our town.
I welcome the alliance with the humans of the above ground and the goblins of Junk Beach. May our alliance last long and strong.
May our alliance last, and may everybody be safe.
We shall uproot these usurpers! I shout in Abyssal. Gorgon, praise us!
The half elf actually turns and goes, as if understanding what you've just said.
I do believe that Red has always assumed that whenever there's Abyssal, that it's just gibberish. That, oh, there goes Jabba Snatch speaking in tongues again.
No, that's Baba Goopa speaking through him.
Let's be serious. It's a made-up language.
As you were asked, well, you're not asked to leave immediately, but the mayor actually gives you each a coin as a coin of appreciation. It's a small silver coin about that big. She explains that as a token of our appreciation for the efforts that you did for saving our citizens. I present you with this token as a protector of this town, a protector of our city, and thank you personally.
I thank you. What is the use of the coin?
As a token of our appreciation.
I think you can throw
Is your appreciation in the coin?
A medal.
It's a medal.
The half elf says a medal.
I will pin it to my sash.
It's the half elf that says it's a medal.
Oh, we're supposed to wear it.
Yeah, it is to be pinned to your sash. It shows appreciation on top of being honored guests.
I guess it's kind of shiny.
Appreciated honored guests.
So I can put it on one of my hooks.
What's it taste like?
It tastes like
Mostly
bacon.
like irony, like nickel.
Yeah, I don't think so.
just realised I don't have my glasses on. I haven't had my glasses on the whole day. They're somewhere. I don't know. That's okay. It's only one eye that's bad. So, so the meeting wraps up, and Shalnu, the shadow that you know as the shadow universally, she offers to have drinks with you if you would like. I'm only here for another day, and I would appreciate to hear the stories from yourself of what happened during the festival.
Absolutely. I would love to indoctrinate you into Baba Bugans.
You pull out a pen.
Embrace.
We will give you a report of the incidents of that day.
And of course, of how you came to stay and live in this area. Would be interesting.
There is classified information involved in that story. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
Personally, I have no idea how I got here. Actually, I fell off a tree, landed in something, and then I was in that thing for like a long time, just going back and forth, until I was rolled out of whatever that thing was. It smelled like fish, but there wasn't any fish in it. It was very confusing. And then I landed on a beach.
A boat, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know.
Was it wooden?
It felt like wood, but it didn't smell like wood, or at least, the tree bark that I'm used to on the trees and everything, it smelled more like salt. There's a lot of salt, so much salt. It was agonizing. I'm so tired of smelling salt.
Just as the GM, I'm thinking, you fell into a barrel and just floated across the seas?
No, I fell into a barrel, like on So imagine it like a pirate hideout in the middle of a jungle, and this little blind goblin, no idea where they're going, falls off a tree, lands into a barrel. That barrel has a lid put on it, and then they're ferried to somewhere.
Okay. I'm just thinking, that's the weirdest, but it works. It does kind of work, yep.
It makes sense.
So she does spend the rest of the day with you. She's less dark and ferocious from the stories that you've heard, and she's more curious. And one thing that really does get you, though, she's taking notes. She's writing what you're saying down.
Sorcery.
Evil magic.
But she'll ask you.
I don't notice she's writing anything down unless anybody says something about it.
I will tell her nothing about the weakness of hobgoblins.
But she'll ask you about how you got there, about the fight, what you found out about with the in the tomb, as well. How what tribes you came across as well, like those in the beach. She'll take notes, and she'll essentially try to find out what happened in as much detail as you can give.
And I think I will counter-interrogate her.
My former
Tell us what you know about the goblin tribes. Which ones have you heard speak of our junk pile? Who is planning an attack on Junk Beach? What have you heard?
She does say that I know that the Thistletop are the ones that rage the beach the most, but I was unaware that that you lived there.
Yes, this is our place. We have marked it with a horse head.
And other things.
Yes.
A mighty shrine to the raccoon god.
With the wandering
We will
eye.
fight on the beaches. We will fight. We will defend our cave.
Clearly, I was sent here by Baba Gugan to do something in his name. And I believe it's to outroot these usurpers.
Yeah, she says that she knows that the Thistletop raid are the main raiders of the beach, and that they use what they raid as kind of a bounty or kind of a wealth over the other goblins in the area. But
They shall take no more of what is ours.
We found it first.
All the garbage belonged to us.
Yes. It belongs to the strong, and we are strong.
yes, you just keep on thinking that once you have your steroids.
Getting flexes too.
Mm-hmm. So later that night, after she's left, there's a we've got enough. We've got enough time to play through this. Yep, here you go. So later that night, a young woman comes into the bar, and she looks quite distraught, tears running down her eyes.
Yes. Finally.
Yeah, I grab Jank's shoulder and give it a shake.
I can find the biggest cup
Um,
I can.
Daddy?
and she has 2 young children with her.
it's Christmas.
He's giving
Gabagoogran has sent you gifts.
Children and tears.
The
Raccoon
children
God.
cried as well.
Wait. I'll walk to the woman. Can I help you?
She says, I'm looking for. I was told the heroes of Sandpoint were here.
That is us. Allow my recruit to dry your tears with his small cup.
As Jank nears, you hear like the boy behind her, like the 2 children are behind her, like hiding behind her, and the boy just screams as loud as possible, and as it like sheer terror as Jank nears.
Oh,
Whoa,
Jabbersnatch goes
Stay
deaf
back.
for a minute.
stay back. Your son has a fine battle cry. What is it you wish? Are you in danger?
I don't know how to say this, but he's been seeing. Well, can we sit down away from the others? Away
You
from.
may sit. Yes. Yes, I understand humans are weak. You will need to sit.
And Miko clears a table of other patrons, and she takes the 2 children away from, because they seem to be quite fearful, and the lady says,
Buddy, watch the children. Send Buddy off to watch them.
Your children are quite timid. There are ways to fix that.
my name is MLA, and I don't know how to start, but you see, my son, he since the raid, he keeps on saying that there was a goblin in his closet, and we just thought it was nothing, and every time my husband checked on it, there was nothing there, and he'd go through the closet, and of course there was nothing there.
Goblins are good at hiding.
Spy, most likely.
So he'd wake us by screaming and like throughout the night, and well, you see, last night, like my husband went to check on him and to investigate, and well, he didn't come back.
Oh, he's probably been killed.
just
Or likely kidnapped and eaten.
tears. She as if she was trying to keep it in. Gone.
I get the like a napkin. And I like,
Oh, yeah. Yes, ever these tears.
And then pass it.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
and then Goblin, you're a good recruit.
Like
Allow us.
it's Niagara Falls.
We
Totally.
do not wish your husband's body to remain hidden, though. It will likely stink in time. We will go find it for you and remove it,
And
and we will kill this goblin that is infesting your house.
and our family dog, Petal. Petal was the one that was barking, and we haven't heard from Petal as well. We just left, and I've been staying with my sisters.
Yeah, dogs. Often when they run away, they can accidents can happen. But we will find your dog and we will return it to you. And just be aware that some dogs, when they die, they seem very freshly dead for a long time.
And they don't have bodies a lot of the time.
And sometimes there's chew marks, which are usually from goblins that were hiding in closets, not goblins who found the dog. Take us to your house and we will solve your problems.
She looks to Amiko, who is essentially sitting at the bar with the two kids, and she's got something out there, and they're drawing, and she's got a lute, and another one, like the other child's playing, and just distracting them, and she just nods that it's okay, and so the lady she's like, okay, just I just fear for him. I don't know what. I'll show you, and she takes you through the streets. It's late afternoon.
It is best if there is a goblin in your house that we deal with it, or else your children will go missing next.
I suspect this goblin is milking this boy for his tears.
It could be. Oh, and so in Goblin, yeah. So our priorities are these: number 1, kill the dog. Number 2, kill the goblin. Number 3, find the body of the dead husband and return it to the widow.
Is his head acceptable? Perhaps we can have the body.
The whole body should be fished out because it will stink up her house.
Oh, yes.
But that's such a nice smell.
And it will attract more goblins.
It can ferment
Oh,
in my
yeah,
gut.
wow.
If you leave a dead body in a house, goblins will show up. You have to keep the house clean to keep them out.
So
That's why you have to ritualify all the bodies to make sure the goblins know and understand that Baba Gugan's territory is that
Well,
territory.
once we've cleared the husband's body from her house, I don't think she'll care what happens to the body. I don't understand why that she would.
she doesn't understand what you're saying.
No,
She-
and that was all in
Yeah, I know,
Goblin.
yeah. Again, she's still Niagara Falls since you pretty much told her. You broke her, and she's been Niagara Falls ever since.
Jake's trying to get up so we can be
and
closer to the tears.
She's talking about like yesterday, her husband threatened his son to be a man and sleep through the entire night, and like then it's just I don't know, and she just keeps on going on and on and on, and everything's changed since that attack.
Your husband sounds like a good father.
She leads you through a small cottage home in the village, and she unlocks the door for you and says, "Please, I just want my husband. I want to make sure it's safe. Can you please?"
We will remove the pest from your house and the goblin.
And she said, "I'll go back to my children at the tavern at the Rusty Dragon, and please,
Yes,
whatever you
keep
can
a
do."
distance. Keep a distance. All right, recruits. Let's ferret out this dog and kill it, and this goblin and kill it. I want a clean mission.
But it's fun to get a bit dirty.
This is true.
I think he means for the mission to go well, not actually clean.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
I
you're
think it's
learning
hard
to
to
speak
stay
like a
clean when
human.
there's blood.
Much blood. Much blood.
Yeah.
All right. So let's find this pest and this goblin.
Okay.
Jabba Snatch smacks their face to the floor and starts sniffing.
Yep. Smell for dog.
So he's smelling for dog or smelling for what are we smelling for?
Oh wow.
Or
Decomposing
goblin.
corpse.
Dog or goblin.
I
No,
am
the
smelling for decomposing corpse.
decomposing corpse was the call. You do smell a decomposing corpse.
I follow it.
Um,
I crawl.
so the
Yeah,
house.
we follow the dog that's sniffing on the
My tail is like swinging back and forth.
Yes.
So you're smelling and you're sniffing. The house is eerily quiet, and you're going from room to room, just sniffing and going for the sense.
I
You
think
open.
we'll be going into stealth mode ourselves, right?
Ooh,
Yeah.
I think this is a first. Well, first for a while, I should say.
Dogs are dangerous.
Stealth mode.
So you find the house disturbingly silent. So an 11, a 32, and a 12. I'm still shocked that you can get an 11 though. But that's all the minuses for being blind.
Hey, even I got a good one.
Yep. Okay. So you're sniffing and you arrive at the young boy's room. And you can see. So you arrive in the young boy's room to find a dog's insides spraying across the walls and the sheets. And-
He's got a good sense of humor, this goblin.
It's only a little dog too, and the amount of blood from this little dog is just amazing. Of where all that blood came from, it'd be great for sacrificing. But the other thing of note is you see the legs of a large man. Looks like he's head first into the closet, and looks like, as if he's like searching down like in the closet. And that's the
imagine
next
his
thing.
face has been eaten. That is usually the first part the goblin eats.
It is the tastiest part.
Yeah, the cheeks have all the good meat. I pull the human out from the closet to confirm that the face is in fact eaten.
Can you do a almost a strength check or like a to pull?
I think I can do a strength. Yeah, I can do a strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Hang on. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So as you start pulling the body, there seems to be some resistance, as if something's pulling back at the body.
Oh, I know what that is. Okay, big pull.
Big pull.
And get ready. And
Yeah.
get ready. I say, get ready.
So one more strength check.
Another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are opposed, by the way. I'm rolling 2.
Okay. Today.
Oh, we lost Kiwi. That's okay. He'll be back shortly.
Oh.
I lost that one.
The body actually pulls back in. Like the first one, you actually pulled a little bit and you felt resistance, but this time you feel it pulling back in, like into the closet further.
I drink.
Screech, grab
I
a
drink
leg.
a
I go and
mutagen.
grab Red's leg to help him and get
And I
like,
dr-
Screech to help too.
and as Snatch has grabbed my leg, I drink a mutagen. Ah! Won't have a tug of war with me.
There we go. So, drinking mutagen, do another strength roll. Plus, I was going to put some pluses on there because I think +4 because you got
Sure.
2 other people on there as well.
So 24.
24. I don't think you're going to lose this one. Okay, so you beat by 10. So you pull out this body. His arms are like the face is gnawed on, and now like as you pull out, there's a blood trail that goes across the floor as you're pulling the body and you're dragging the body across the floor. His face has been gnawed on and bitten on. His arms are gnawed all the way down to the bone on both his arms, but attached to his arms is a ferocious looking and gaunt, like just mad goblin, like totally deranged, like mad with hunger. And he looks at you, reaches back for his horse chopper, and we start initiative. If you've dragged him out of his hiding hole. So we're not having a map for this one because it's too small room to even bother with a map.
Need an initiative tracker, probably.
Yep, I'll get that up. There we go. Actually, no, he doesn't.
Tokens, so the tokens won't put it on there automatically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it won't, will it? Then we can go to that one may have your tokens on it. There you go.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Welcome back.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
We found the goblin. It was attached to the other end of the human.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So they found the boy's bedroom. The dog has been sliced open, and there's like essentially blood everywhere in the room. The man was actually stuck down the little hidey hole in the closet, and you pulled him out with the goblin, who's essentially been eating the man for the last several days because he's been without food. So we need an initiative. We're not doing this on a map because it's too small to really do a map proper. It's a really cramped child's room.
Okay.
And so I do correct that he doesn't have a horse chopper. He's only got a dagger.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's a big one.
nice.
Oh.
So, an initiative of 22, we have Jank Dogbite, who wasn't pulling.
All right. So send in Bitey and open Bitey's character sheet and get Bitey to bite this bad goblin. These are our humans.
Okay, so a 9 is not going to hit. Even though he's almost attached to the what's left of the arms, as you come down with a 9, it's not going to hit.
Oh, I think we lost Kiwi again.
Yep.
Oh dear.
We can go to Red.
Okay. Well, I let go of the body,
Yep.
and he doesn't have a horse chopper, but I do.
And you've got your mutagen as well.
Yep. Ah!
A 13. Is that a hit or not? I do not believe it is. No, it is not a hit.
Okay.
This goblin is dexterous and not going to be an easy one. Looking for an AC of 17. There we go. Jabber Snatch.
Jabbersnatch summons monkeys.
Oh boy. So 1d3, three
monkeys.
monkeys.
They
And then
appear
they
at
go
the end
attacking.
or at the beginning of their next turn.
Okay, so
It's a
beginning of the
round-
next one.
One round cast. Yeah.
Okay. Screech.
What I always do. Out of here, you stupid things. Kill it, 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 kill it!
That's your inspire courage. From
It's
the
not the most creative song you've ever done, but it'll do the trick.
that's from the it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
I think I can remember the words to this one.
Yeah. Just gotta put the other 3 goblins there. So I can keep track of the monkey goblins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 different choices of who to hit. And it's a monkey goblin. No, it's a monkey, not a monkey goblin. And he pulls out his dagger in furious anger. He looks manic. He looks like he's been foaming at the mouth. He hasn't eaten he's only eaten a little bit in days. He misses. It's Jank again, but Jank's not here, so we'll just roll Barty. I'll just roll Barty's attacks. So what have we got? We've got Bite. Whoa!
Oh.
19 hits. 20.
And these are all +1 damage too.
Yeah.
Yep. So 19
five.
hits, 24 hits. The
9 damage.
last one misses. So that's what have we got? 5 and 4. So 9 damage. So doing manual
See?
calculations.
Kill it.
So I
Was
don't have a
very
token.
inspiring.
It is. It really is. Red
Try again.
with your mutagens.
Oh no. 16. 16.
16 is not an attack.
Yeah. I don't suppose I could get myself in a flanking position with this thing.
I'll allow a flanking because you kind
Because
of
if I can
have-
flank with Bitey or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'd be an 18 then.
Yeah, that's just the hit with the 18,
14.
13.
14 damage.
There we go. So you're getting it down, but he's foaming at the mouth. He looks like he's got if goblins could have rabies, he looks like he's got rabies. He really, really, really just
He's had a good mutagen.
either that or he hasn't had food for days and just sees you as food.
In fact, this is one of the effects that Baba Boogan does to those who are too weak of mind to withstand his influence.
All right,
Clearly, this is my path.
the monkeys appear at the beginning of your turn.
You got 3 monkeys. Do you want
All
me
of them come crawling off my arms and go flinging off at this goblin. And then I go at this goblin and go to claw him with my gauntlets.
to do the 3 monkey attacks?
Yeah, because I don't have a sweep thing.
Okay, 3 monkey bites come in as they pounce. 14 misses, 21 hits, 10 misses. And your 13 does not hit. Actually, no. I'll give you a flanking as well. But that's still going to be a miss.
The one monkey, remember, does 2 damage.
Yep.
Screech.
Well, maintain song. I was also wondering, because I wasn't sure about this earlier, does this only affect like one creature?
Flare.
Yes.
Cantrip
Yeah.
burst light. You can cause
Yeah.
light bursts. Yes, 1 creature.
Okay, I wasn't sure because when I was looking at it earlier, it like mentions targets up to 5 creatures, so I was a little bit confused about that. So that's why I didn't use it. But yeah, I'll use that on it.
I don't see anything where it says target up to 5 creatures.
It's just when I press on the little cogwheel by it,
Okay.
so I could read it earlier. That's
It is
where
only
said it.
one. It is only one creature.
One looks
Yeah.
like one. Yep.
So I'll use that.
So it makes a fortitude save.
Okay. And DC of 12. 12's not too high.
Yeah, it made it.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
he
well.
only just passed with a 14.
Yeah.
Its turn.
Okay.
So Manic Goblin's turn. There's just so many different options. But there's too many different options. Red is the option.
It's attacking the big one.
Yeah, more
I did a
food.
lot of damage to him.
It's more food. 21's a hit for
That
2
is a hit.
damage.
Alrighty. Ugh.
Why is there... Oh no, that's 4 damage. I've keyed it in wrong. It is 4 damage.
Oh, 4 damage? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
In his manic rage, he's actually doing 2 extra damage, but I just...
Right. Bitey's turn.
Mr. Bitey...
Go, Bitey!
Bite, 2 claws. We have a fumble on the bite, and 1 claw hits for 4 damage. He's almost down.
Hey! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Oh.
Oh. It's not a confirmed crit, but still 7 more damage.
Oops. It's close to be confirmed, though. There we go. 6 more damage is the kill. You've killed the raging manic closet goblin.
All right. Yep, we'll grab the husband as is, and the goblin, and then we will take them to prove that we found them. Your husband, you're welcome.
I'll take whatever is remained of the dog and also give it to her.
We are glad to serve.
And that's where we're going to end it. Hopefully Kiwi's internet is okay, and Kiwi did say that they lost power, not just internet, but power earlier, which is the cause of the first blackout. So, well, I say blackout, but yeah, blackout. So yeah, that's the. We'll start next time with the presentation. I think, because I think it requires reaction. I think it does require reaction that we're not going to get to today. Thank you, everybody. I think Kiwi's tears thing was great. Like that was so properly full on. That was great. Hopefully next week we
getting the mount.
The mount was great as well. I don't know how that's going to end up or what's going to end up with that. But that's going to be a thing apparently. So yeah, Ursame, the whole Lords, even the song, yes, beautiful. As always, both Nick and Trent, you're doing amazing. Like, I'm loving this. This is great. I'm fearful, but I'm loving it.
I am happy to recruit Shadow into my clergy. Seems very eager. It's like, I'm happy about this.
Yeah, seems very interested in Baba Gugan.
Maybe less as a worship, or especially less as a sacrifice, though. Yeah, Shadow is a hunter of goblins, or just a ranger in the area that keeps an eye on things. So as I said, we don't have Ari this week. Hopefully Ari will be back next week. A little bit of a health issue, little bit of so hopefully feeling better very soon. And Kiwi, yeah, Kiwi's been amazing. Kiwi is new to the channel and absolutely love both Ari and Kiwi as great additions to not just the show but to the channel full. Ursame, would you like to do your outro, please?
Hi, I'm Ursame. You can find me at Twitter at Ursame Arts, where I draw stuff.
So I just got the note that lost power again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Nick?
Hello, I am Nick. I play Jabba Snatch. You can find me at Fartsamarts on Twitter, where I post my art and stuff. I am, in fact, going to draw fan art of Jabba Snatch in a horse head costume.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's the thing. Trent?
I am Treat Monk, and you can see me do YouTube videos at Treat Monk's Temple on YouTube.
And my name's Karsh the Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave. We have two more, I was going to say less or more serious shows, but they don't get as extreme as this, but they kind of have their own little bit of weirdness as well. So tomorrow we have another show. We have The Children of the Marsh, which is all about young adventurers, their first foray into being adventurers, murdering people, and etc. Pretty much what adventurers do, and learning how to be sociopaths, which is, again, what adventurers do. And after that, we have, on the following day, our last role-playing show of the week is Rusty Daggers, where more seasoned misfit adventurers are taking on legions upon legions of cultists. And I think it's going to be a memorial episode, and something about a bearded tree is going to be in play. So that's a thing, apparently. We're not going to have Let's Plays this week because it is the school holidays, and the only way we're doing shows this week is because my goblin's at vacation care, and so we may have a surprise Let's Play with my goblin actually racing, doing sim racing. So that may be a thing later in the week, maybe most likely on the weekend. So we're not going to have camera, but he will be mic'd. You'll be hearing both our voices, probably me saying stop running into the wall, and him saying welcome to YouTube, or hello YouTube, click here to subscribe, for about an hour straight, which is pretty much you put a microphone in front of his face and that's what he does. Doesn't really realize we're not on YouTube, we're on Twitch. So that's a thing. Again, we're using Syrinscape for our audio. It's amazing. Online, offline, it is just so good. We're using the specific Rise of the Goblin Rise of the Goblin Lords sound sets for the campaign. So yeah, check it out. Anything you're doing for role playing, music adds just that extra layer of detail, that atmosphere, and even sometimes the voice acting's already done for you, depending on which sound set you're using. So use it; it's great. We're gonna do our credits roll, and we're gonna head out. So have fun, enjoy your gaming. I'm not gonna say role playing is for everybody, because that's Treant Monk's sign off. Yeah, have fun, enjoy your gaming. We'll be back for a couple more sessions this week, and just enjoy. Bye bye.